And good evening, and welcome to the BallGame Blitz TV show. It will be the Great American Sports pregame show, and they will also bring you the postgame show. Now, this contest will be on the Facebook page of Jackson Christian School. It will also be on Hulu, Amazon, and Apple TV. Now, the starting lineups we'll give you a little later. Dave Wade is back in fold. We appreciate Bill Hamilton from last week. Dave will do color and give you insights that you won't get from anybody else. He and Bill both have their unique niche. Dave is an expert on the rules and probably should rewrite the rule book for all of the coaches, officials, players, and everybody. And what is it? Let the players play, let the coaches coach, and let the referees officiate.
Yeah, and everything will end up the way that it is, because the minute that you try to step over and do one of the other's job, things are absolutely going to go haywire.
Absolutely. And also the Worthy Road Studios will have the shots of the game, and you can hear it on the 93, but go to Jackson Christian's logo. But
yes.
Facebook page and Worthy Road, Paul Schultze, our executive producer, will archive this game tonight, and you can go to YouTube and see it, and you will love it. He's also got Peabody and USJ going tonight. Two of the teams that work with Worthy Road Studios are right here on this field. And again, I am Coach Joe Holloway. I'll do the play-by-play, the color tonight. Dave Wade, our good friend, and he's kind of my cohort for the Hub City show with the Jackson Christian coaches and players. Gary Lockhart is behind me, who always does a good job. Chris out there on the camera will tell you a little more about him. But again, this is the Great American pregame show, and there's a couple of things you got to do. First of all, especially for the guy up in Lake County, this is a copyrighted broadcast. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or further use of this contest without the expressed, and note the word expressed, written consent of Worthy Road Studios is prohibited. Dave, I'm looking forward to a slobber knocker tonight.
You know, I mean, obviously, once again, we're in a situation where these schools are separated by less than 2 miles. They've grown up together. They know each other. They've played at probably every sport, from Little League basketball, baseball, football, everything. In high school, they just ended up going to different schools, but they do know each other. And for the history of this contest, there has definitely been just a competitive edge to it. You know, I'm not going to say there's bad blood between them, but neither one of them wants the other one to win very much. So I'm looking forward to this. You know, I remember back, several years ago, this was one of the most entertaining, unbelievable ball games that I have seen at the high school level in a long, long time. They just went back and forth. There was some great hitting that was going on, and I expect nothing less than that tonight, Coach. It's a great night to play football. I'm glad I'm back. I got to see a wonderful, wonderful football game last Saturday, and just ready to be back with you and ready to get Friday night rolling here.
Okay, I was looking to check. This looks like senior night, but we're going to take a timeout.
Yeah.
We'll be back after this on Worthy Road Studios.
Gen Z is a stalled generation.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives.
And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
Looking for a new and exciting career? At Jackson State Community College, we offer nationally recognized, top-rated programs designed to greenlight your career for success. With courses available in the health sciences, nursing, computer technology, and much more, your next step towards a career starts here at Jackson State. Learn how Jackson State Community College can greenlight your future at greenlightyourfuture.com.
King Jewelers is not your typical run-of-the-mill jewelry store. Grover is a certified jeweler with 35 years experience. This isn't just a jewelry store. It's an iconic symbol of love. How far would you go for love? King Jewelers, 16B, Conrad Drive, Jackson.
Serving the Jackson area for over 20 years. Carlock Nissan and Carlock Prestige, the name you can count on. Carlock Automotive, Van Drive, Jackson.
And we are back for the game here at TCA. It looks like it is their senior night. 23 minutes and 44 seconds left on the clock, and the officials may put some time up there. We need to talk about some of the people involved in this contest. This game is for second place. You want to finish second because you get at least 2 home games, and the road out of second place is actually a little easier than it is third place. You'll be USJ has, with last week, has already taken the region, and well, unofficially they have. They've still got 2 games to play. One of them they shouldn't have any trouble with tonight, and the other they're going to finish with an unblemished record. The winner of this contest will come out with a 1-loss record, and it will be. But USJ has beaten both of these teams. USJ beat TCA last week. They beat us earlier in the year. Then we'll talk about some keys to victory. There are games all across the state that are important, but none more important than this game here. And remember, now this is supposed to be one of those slobber knocker white knuckler games. But the key word tonight, brought to you by all of our sponsors, is mollyhawk.
Mollyhawk.
Yes, Coach Bullard asked me where I got that word from. That's a combination of Tom Fan, Richard Ross, I believe Bud Sykes, and there's one more person I heard that from, and I can't remember who the fourth one is. It's been with me all my life, and there's all kinds of definitions. I went ahead and printed some of them off. But when you mollyhawk somebody, basically you knock the stuffings out of them.
I am reading that, and I'm scared of mollyhawk.
Yeah, mollyhawk. I don't like the first definition when it's a verb, when you mollyhawk somebody.
Yeah.
That's to beat the death out of them. We don't want to play that hard, but we want to play hard and all that. And, you know, in lingo, it's amazing with all the changes we got, but there's going to be some mollyhawking going on. Not to death, but some hitting. Dave, your thoughts on this contest today?
Yeah, I mean, I got to finish your mollyhawk because it is to – beat somebody to beep. I ain't going to say that, but with your body parts, such as an arm and a leg, which means that it's time to lay the wood to people. I mean, we got shoulder pads, we got knee pads, we got everything that needs to be in a football game. And, Coach, you're exactly right. This game is extremely important as you go. A lot of people will say, well, if you're 2, you'll end up playing 3. If you're 3, you'll end up playing 2. Only 1 plays 4, you know. And well, I'm telling you, you can throw that out the window because the home field advantage is the number one thing that you get out of this. And, you know, there are other factors that come into it. And right now, at this time of year, it's kind of like baseball and what's happening in the World Series right now. I mean, right now you want to be peaking. You want everything to be coming to the top of the chart. Your offense, your defense, your special teams, everything. And these are the games right here at the end of the year. And look, you can throw the records out the window. You can throw everything. This is a rival game. This is a rival game against 2 schools that will compete against each other if they were playing tiddlywinks. So it's time to get it going. It's time to hit on all cylinders, and I'm looking forward to an unbelievable night of football.
Absolutely, and of course, we come in with the 1 loss. I keep talking about district record, but TCA's undefeated in the region play, and I said district because in Division II you don't have district. You have the region play, and it's very important. There are some teams in Nashville that bear mentioning. Nashville Christian, Friendship Christian. You don't want to leave them out either. Middle Tennessee Christian can rise up on occasion. They actually beat TCA in a contest this year. But this one's the game. Now, you still got to win next week so you don't wind up with 2 losses. And then it goes through all the tiebreaker system. The winner of this game obviously would have the tiebreaker between TCA and Jackson Christian. And but Fayette Academy, some people are taking them a little lightly. They can play. Some nights they have good nights, some nights they have bad ones. But right now, the loser of this game, depending on what happens with Fayette Academy, could be tied with them for third place.
Yeah, and that's the biggest thing right now is nobody is overlooking Fayette, and if you do, you get stung. I mean, they're, like I said, they're not a pushover. Nobody in this district is a pushover, or in this region is a pushover. Yes, you have teams on paper, and if they play their best, are better than other teams, and that's the way it's going to be. But nobody is just so outgunned in this league that you can walk out there and sleepwalk through a game. You get caught doing that, and you get your britches pulled down and a little bit of paddling going on. And this is not the time of the year that needs to happen.
It really isn't that time of year. And like I said, we got two teams with some great skilled players. And Dave, what I think we better do is take a timeout, and then let's come back and talk about, first of all, some of the players on these two teams. You got two fine young coaches, two fine young coaching staffs, two great academic institutions, and we're going to have a white knuckler, slobber knocker, and maybe a little mollywhocking going on. We'll drop that word. But Coach Bullard teased me a little bit about that at the Hub City Show. Let's take that time out. We'll be back on the Jackson Christian and Worthy Road Studios Network.
Do you want your smile to say it all? At Elite Dental Care, we'll make you and your family feel comfortable and secure with a variety of services and state-of-the-art care. We offer sedation dentistry that will make your time in the dental chair comfortable and relaxed. Come by and see our newly renovated and expanded office in Jackson, or one of our other convenient locations in Trenton or Dyersburg. Trust your smile with Elite Dental Care, and let your smile say it all.
Great American Sports makes sports an addiction. Located at 125B Old Hickory Boulevard, East in Jackson, we specialize in teen sports for youth leagues, schools, and churches. We can embroider and screen print team uniforms. We also have sports equipment, Under Armour, and Adidas clothing, and anything else you need for your teen sports. You can email or call us for all your teen sports needs. Great American Sports, make sports an addiction.
Thompson & Smith, the area's premier independent insurance brokerage, has been serving families and businesses in the region through its founding companies since 1927. With their many insurance company partners, Thompson & Smith provides insurance products for family, home and auto, contractors, retailers, restaurants, manufacturers, medical and dental clinics, as well as any other business or organization seeking quality coverage, risk management expertise, and customer-focused service. Call them today to discuss your insurance needs.
This could be a true story. On October 3rd, a 2003 hatchback struck and killed a deer that goes by the name Buck. I know, right? He now has Buck's head proudly displayed on his living room wall. He tells a different story.
Shot it.
No, he didn't.
And to hide his lie, he took his car to Mitchell's Body Shop.
No, I didn't.
Yes, he did. And lucky for him, they made it look good as new. And as for Buck, the story continues.
The name you can count on. Carlock Automotive, Van Drive, Jackson.
If you work outside or in a facility with no AC, or you're just struggling with this year's heat wave, it can really take a toll on your body and health. At Live Hydration Drip Spa, we can help you recover with our Beat the Heat special for only $59. Call or visit us online today to set your appointment.
Hey, this is Chuck Walker with Southeastern Termite and Pest Control. If you live in West Tennessee, you have a need for the services we offer. We treat for all types of pests, including bed bugs, brown recluse spiders, and other hard-to-treat pests. You don't have to spend thousands and thousands of dollars to encapsulate a crawl space. Give us a call to hear how to achieve the same thing and save thousands. Southeastern Termite and Pest Control can handle all of your termite and pest control needs, wood, fungus, and moisture barriers, real estate closing letters, and so much more. Southeastern, 731-660-1052.
Dynamics Physical Therapy, your elite provider in sports medicine and performance. Now serving communities throughout West Tennessee.
Championship DNA. That's what you find at Jones Chevrolet at Three-Way. A full line of new Chevrolets plus West Tennessee's largest used car inventory. State-of-the-art service work and pre-approved auto loans online at JonesChevroletHumboldt.com. Shop with a winner. Jones Chevrolet at Three-Way.
Downtown is thriving and the Blacksmith Restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
At McCoy's Heating and Air, we realize there are more than enough things to worry about on a day-to-day basis. With our new 10-year all-inclusive package, your home comfort doesn't have to be one of them. For one low monthly payment, you can purchase a brand new York unit with full maintenance and repair coverage for 10 years with approved credit. No hassle, no stress, just complete coverage for your comfort and convenience. Contact McCoy's Heating and Air at 731-668-7492 or visit airmccoy.com to schedule your free new AC estimate today.
This is how we Friday night. How do you Friday night?
This is how we Friday night.
This is how we Friday night.
This is how we Friday night.
No matter how you Friday night, you always win at Kaufman's.
The most important benefit when you buy from Jones Chevrolet at Three-Way? Peace of mind. Jones Chevrolet's warranty forever comes with every qualifying new and pre-owned vehicle. Powertrain coverage for as long as you own your vehicle. Find out more at Jones Chevrolet in Three-Way.
For anyone contemplating pre-planning, we can tell you from our experience, it's much easier to make funeral plans and record them now than wait until emotions are running at their highest.
With pre-planning, you can free your mind and heart from having to make big decisions during a time of grief and instead enjoy the freedom to focus on the memories of a life well lived.
It's time for the 4th annual Lifeline Car Giveaway.
And Joe Mahan Ford is proud to donate a car again this year.
Give blood with Lifeline between Memorial Day and Labor Day for a chance to win a 2019 Ford EcoSport. Join Lifeline.
And Joe Mahan Ford and give blood this summer.
And welcome back to electrifying Jackson Christian football as they travel to TCA tonight. Dave Wade on the color, Coach Joe Holloway with the play-by-play. And Dave, let's talk about some of these players. But first, our overall record is 6-1. Theirs is 3-5. The catch is they're 3-0 in region play. We have one loss. This game is very important because we've seen FACS. They're a good team. They're a rebuilding team. I'm going to go ahead and predict next week that Trinity beats FACS. We beat them rather handedly last week after dropping the open kickoff. Jack Collins' interception saved us. And, in league play, like I said, they're 3-0. We're 3-1. Now,
no, they're 3-1.
Yeah, they're 3-1 in league play. No.
Yeah, 3-1. They've lost to USJ, right?
That's right. They've 3-1. So I said they're 3-0.
Yeah, we're both 3-1.
My mistake on that, and that's the reason David's here to keep me straight. Oh, no. But anyway, Jackson Christian 4-0 at home, 2-1 away. The loss being to USJ. Trinity Christian Academy is 2-3 at home, with one of those losses being to USJ. And they're 1-2 away. And, of course, also they have some common opponents, Evangelical Christian. We beat them. TCA lost to them. Harding Academy, both teams are 1-0. Both teams lost to University School of Jackson, and both beat Tipton Rosemark. That's where it ends right there. It all starts with the trigger man tonight, the son of the head coach, the grandson of Keith Butler, formerly defensive coordinator of the Pittsburgh Steelers, Cade Butler. He's throwing and hitting over 58% of his passes, and his touchdown total, just one man alone. I believe that Braden Waller has 14 touchdown catches.
Yeah, and being the son of a coach is means a lot, especially at that position, because you were raised, with terminology. You were raised with, most likely, you were raised watching games and getting things pointed out, and nothing can take the place of just game time situation, game time awareness of what is happening and what is going on. So, Butler as Trinity's quarterback is a major asset to them. And, he throws the ball well, Coach. There's no question that he does what he needs to do, and he controls that offense. So we're going to have to figure out a way to throw a little bit of disruption in there, give him some looks that he possibly doesn't understand right out of the bat, and possibly the lineman can't pick up. But just like any other situation, Coach, pressure on the quarterback is a big way to make one of them make a mistake.
Absolutely. And then the second man you got to really keep an eye on, besides Braden Waller, I've already mentioned him, the great wideout who's just a sophomore for them. Kate Butler's just a sophomore. They have a freshman running back. Lecky Tompkins, I believe, is the correct way to pronounce his first name. Tompkins wears number 7. If you want to know what he runs like, and he's just a freshman, remember Finch over at USJ? Mm-hmm. He runs exactly like him. Finch has a little more experience, and maybe at this point a tad stronger, but this young man runs hard. He's going to give it all he's got. We've got to really lock up and tackle, not allow him to get outside, and then when he does run inside. Cedric Anderson, for us, needs to have a big day tonight, sliding off of the center and filling some of those holes. Our linebackers will have to scrape in there, but if you scrape too early, or if you take a fake to the running back, they like to run the slant. They will run a version of a middle screen, but they watch for them sometimes when they line up trips. They will actually let Waller come in behind the line of scrimmage, and he will be the furthest outside receiver, and that's where Butler runs for his life. They also have a good wideout crew. Cooper Vales does a good job, Joshua Delk, and Will Windsor. Keep an eye on him. He wears number 5. He's had some good catches. So it's a powerful offense to have to stop. Now, we've outscored them, though, Dave.
Yeah, it is. And Tompkins, he very crafty. And just like you said, we're going to have to defensively keep him contained and to do what we want. And I've said it in just about every broadcast because as a defensive coach all of my life in just about all of the sports that I was in, I really, really, really push the fact that defense has two extra men on the field for them every time. Offense has to play with 11. Defense gets 13, and that's your sidelines. There's only so far they can go, and I promise you, the sidelines has never missed a tackle, Coach. In the history of this game, the sidelines have never missed a tackle. So if you can keep him going horizontal and keep him inside protection so he can't cut it back against the grain, force him to go all the way to the end and not let him get outside. Eventually he's going to run out of room, and we're going to be able to go and drop. But this offense is scary when they click and when they are firing on all cylinders. It is a definite problem. Defensively, we are capable of disrupting it. It's just a matter of who does the job.
That's right. It boils down to a man-on-man on that. Sounds like basketball, but it's not. It also, let's talk about our people. Gage Boykin throwing it over 50% rate. He had a great time last week. 2 things we've got to watch. Number 1, Cam Boyd is within striking distance of breaking the school rushing record. We have verified that he is ahead of Nathan Nash, and it is Reagan that he is behind, and of course, it's always good to break records. Darby,
yes,
is within. It won't happen tonight, but he's close enough to Eric Cohue to take over the all-time leadership of that. Boyd, Mosley, and DeMoss all have to have very big nights. A young man you might want to watch for, actually 2 of them. Cooper Banky and Lance Rowland's contributions from the wideout spot. Lance and Cooper will catch a tough pass. They can both run the jet sweep or the little push pass that looks like a jet sweep that we run. And then I'm going to give you one. Daniel Green had a big game last week. Should have had 2 touchdowns. And we had an interesting spot, one of those left-footed Memphis spots. It was interesting, and I'll leave it at that. Let's take a timeout, and when we come back, we'll have more on Worthy Road Studios.
We realize you have a busy lifestyle
And at the Bank of Jackson, we're here to help you fulfill all of your financial needs, personal and business loans, mortgages, online banking and bill pay, and so much more. Serving the Jackson area for 25 years. The Bank of Jackson, your down-home community bank. You belong here. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
Downtown is thriving and the Blacksmith Restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
Buying a car is all about you. In person, over the phone, or online, we make it simple and easy. Our place or yours, no matter where you live. LonnieCobbFord.com or Lonnie Cobb Ford in Henderson, where cars really are cheaper in the country.
Hub City Deli is honored to sponsor Jackson Christian Athletics. Gourmet chef Peter Thomas invites you in for a totally new experience in craft sandwiches, wraps, and salads. The homemade hoagies are baked fresh. A big favorite is Pete's Brisket Hoagie with brisket, smoked Texas style. The Hub City Burger is a Jackson favorite. The salads are always fresh and unique. Hub City Deli is open for breakfast as well. Located on Pleasant Plains Extended, just down the road from Jackson Christian.
At Nest Realty Jackson, connections and relationships are at the heart of everything we do. We wake up every day with the goal of helping our agents build trust, relationships, and community. Let's connect.
Lifestyle Vision, located at Thompson Farms, offers patient-centered comprehensive eye exams. Select your new look with our latest styles from exclusive brands. Come see us Monday through Friday 8 to 5 or schedule an appointment anytime online. Lifestyle Vision, where compassion meets commitment.
King Jewelers is not your typical run-of-the-mill jewelry store. Grover is a certified jeweler with 35 years experience. This isn't just a jewelry store. It's an iconic symbol of love. How far would you go for love? King Jewelers, 16B Conrad Drive, Jackson.
We are back here at TCA. Jackson Christian, the visitors. In just a moment, Dave Wade will take over and tell you all about the coin toss. We appreciate the hard work by Gary and Paul today getting us set up, and we appreciate TCA for their cooperation in that. And Blake Butler and Darby Palmer, the two head coaches, plus Chase McLean, those three guys for information, and, of course, Brian Bullard, all just deserve a lot of credit. And we are just about ready for the coin toss. So, Dave, all yours.
Well, and you know, the coin toss is a time that the officials get to speak to the captains of the football team, which captains for Trinity will be Will Weiser, Harrison Vance, Will Kettner, and Nick Jones. But what's going on pretty much is the white hat, which is the head guy, he is just telling them what he expects. He's going to flip, and Jackson Christian is going to get to call it. And they're going to move over. Most likely we're going to receive. I have not said, boop, there we go. So Jackson Christian is going to receive, Coach, and it looks like we're going to be coming out of the north end zone. Trinity will be kicking from the south end zone. And for those listening on radio, Trinity Christian is dressed all in black, white numerals with purple trim, black helmets, with the T purple on the helmet. There are shades of pink because we have cancer awareness. And Jackson Christian in their road uniforms got the royal blue pants, have the white jerseys with the royal blue numbers, and the silver gray helmets, also with some spattering of pink for the October cancer awareness. Coach, these teams are about to take the field. We're ready to play football.
We are just about ready, and now the war of nerves, it looks like being the visitors, Jackson Christian led by their flag man that says Eagles on it, come out in the white professional-looking uniforms, and they have taken the field, and we await the appearance of the TCA lines. And they are breaking through, and they come through. They've got their TCA spelled out on their flags, and you can see the American flag. And we are just about ready for football. The clock says 12 minutes, which is the proper call by the clock. Now, sometimes in last week I didn't say much about it. Sometimes the clock had some impossible situations on it, but it was a lot of fun. High school football is fun. Reminds you that you can see this game. You got time to call 5 friends and tell them. Jackson Christian's Facebook's got it. Worthy Road Studios is carrying it. The Grace Broadcasting Group, and of course Hulu, Apple TV, and Amazon
and
all
Coach,
carrying it.
I'll tell you that we got a perfect night. The sun is completely set over the trees on the Jackson Christian side. Kickoff right now. Coach, it's 67 degrees, not a bit of wind. Old Glory is setting. Nope. She is moving from the south, so let's play football, Coach.
We're ready for football, and deepest is Jalen Mosley. Now, their kicker is very capable of reaching the end zone. It's Pierce Holsinger. He is a senior, and he is the kicker and punter, and Pierce can reach that end zone. So you're going to see Mosley back at where you set up for the extra point and 2-point conversion. One of the up men should be Elijah DeMoss, the speedster, and the other one should be Mr. Interceptor from last week, the one and only Jack Collins, and we are just moments away from a football game. Again, Dave Wade, it is football time in Jackson, Tennessee. You're here on Worthy Road Studios in Jackson Christian Network. Holsinger puts his foot into it. It's going, and it's gone out of the back of the end zone.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, with the wind right there, and it's not just a ton of wind, he put a pretty good foot in that. It landed about 7 yards deep. So we'll get to put the ball in play at the 20-yard line, Coach, and this is what we like. We like offense first.
1st and 10, we do that, Dave. You are right. Ball equidistance from the hash marks. Jackson Christian always comes to the line of scrimmage on that first play. And let's see, they are not playing. I don't spot him. 7, who's one of their better linebackers. Here's Mosley. Mosley has got his first down. He's got the 40. He's slowed up the 45, the 50, into TCA territory, spinning out of bounds at around the 44-yard line.
You know, they load everything right. We've got load everything left, wide receivers left, and we run a misdirection with Mosley, and he was untouched. They didn't know he had the ball until he was 10 yards down the field.
Jalen Mosley, a great talent. Here's the second play. Cam Boyd's got 5. He's got more than that. He's got 10. He's got the second first down of the night.
Coach, we look like we're going hurry up. We're going straight to the line, right up the middle right now, and we're hitting them right where it hurts.
Boyd working on that rushing record, but he would swap it for a win. Roland, Banky, and it looks like Mosley, a dangerous trio in trips to the left. 2 high safety situation, could be Tampa 2. We'll check it out and see which one as far as coverage. Now, the young linebacker, Tompkins, not in on this series of play. They're saving him for offense, or is that him at the far end? They've lined him up as an outside linebacker. Gets a block by Banky, only will get across the 30, and Mosley has coughed the football up at the 27-yard line.
Yeah, great play. What they did, they just ran a wide receiver screen to the left. He got a great block, but I will tell you that it was a good tackle by, I think it was number 5 that came in there and stuck his helmet right into the ball, which dropped it to the ground. Trinity gets the first turnover of the game and helps their own cause with getting a break.
Turnovers are one of the keys to victory. We see Carrier come up tight on, is that Waller he's got? We are playing too high tonight on safeties. They're going to try Tompkins, the running back, and he's got good yardage, and you see what I'm talking about. He just ran straight ahead and picked up at least 5.
Well, I'll tell you what, Coach, slobber knocker is a great word, any word you want to say, because I'm going to promise you right now both of these teams are going to pretty much just go right at each other, nose to nose, toe to toe, like 2 heavyweights.
And it's going to be a short 6 or a short 5 long. Here we go. Handoff again up the middle of the field. And remember 2 years ago, they being TCA beat us by running Jake Wilson to death that night, he and one other young man.
You know, and a lot of the reasons that they may be doing this, obviously it's their bread and butter, but as long as they do this and control the clock, they keep our offense off the field.
That's right. We're explosive. We've got to watch getting into the neutral zone with encroachment. Big Cedric almost stepped. He shifts. Long count this time. They may have changed plays. The H-back to the right or left of their formation. Here's Tompkins. He's got the first down and more.
Well, I will tell you, Tompkins is a hard runner. He's a big back. He's a bigger back than most high school backs are. And when he gets ahead of steam, he absolutely can lay the wood. He's going to come out and get checked a little bit. I think he's just a little bit winded. But, Coach, I'm going to promise you, he is a hard runner.
Well, he took a pretty good lick in the USJ game and actually did not finish the contest. Look for a pass possibly this time. It's 1st and 10. But they go ahead and try the running back, and he'll get a yard maybe.
Well, they are taking advantage of their guards, center, and guards. I mean, the three interior linemen right now are the ones that they're trying to run, and they're just exploiting the middle of the field right now, doing it 2-3 yards at a time.
And Dave, I thought a very generous spot. I see number 3, Colby Moore, in there at tailback. And we get Caleb Newsom gets in there, but still they'll get at least 2, maybe 3 positive yards out of Moore.
Yeah, they're back in very manageable 3rd down situation. And, Coach, I'm looking at this as this goes. Don't be surprised right now if you see the quarterback pull it back out of that belly and keep it himself, because right now there's nothing around the corner.
It's a version of the repass out, and we're going to help them out, so it won't matter anyway.
Well, and what they're doing is they're coming to the line of scrimmage and they're barking, and they know that there's no play being done because he'll bark, and then they all stand up and look over and get the play.
Yeah. First down for TCA. They now moving the football, and they want to stay away from errors. They had a couple of interceptions last week by USJ. Waller is out here closest to his sideline. 2 other receivers are closer to the line of scrimmage. It's no tight end. It's a short pass play. It's actually a version of the quick screen, and they're going to get about 8 or 9 yards out of that.
Yeah, right now they have the defense on their heels because we're not quite sure what to expect. They're running in between the guards just through the screen, and we need to buckle down. It's a bend but don't break situation right now.
2nd and 2 from the Jackson Christian 40-yard line. They give to Tompkins. He is going to get his forward progress. He's going to be close to that first down.
Yeah, it looks like the spot that's coming in from over there is going to be just a little bit short. They may even come take a look at this. He's calling the white hat in to come in and take a look. And the other one says it's a first down. Yep, they're going to give them a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And, Coach, right now they are having their way with their play calling.
Well, this is one of those where the moon, stars, and planets have not lined up right for Jackson Christian early. It's 1st and 10. On their 38-yard line. Tompkins hits, bounces off, reads where there was a soft spot in the line, short gain of 2, maybe 3 at the most.
You know, that was what we wanted is when he got to his hole, there was a whole pile of bodies, and we forced him to move to the side and pick another hole, and that's what we're going to have to do to him to keep him in short yardage situations.
8:07, 2nd and 8. Strength of the formation to the right. It's a pass play, and they're cranking up. It's going to be overthrown, and the only person that had a chance to catch it was Jack Collins. Good coverage.
Yeah, just a step back right there. There was no question that Butler just stepped back and was throwing it up to see if possibly they could get one. But this is the first time that we've had them in a 3rd down and over 5. So let's see the play call here. I'd like to watch the wide screen or the quarterback keeping.
3rd and 8. They hand off Tompkins. It's a sweep right. Let's see if we can get there. He let him break the tackle, and it's going to be very close, if not a first down. Cannot have those arm tackles broken like that.
No, Coach, and you've been around this long enough, just like me, and I'll tell you right now, it's going to be 4th down. You cannot hit this running back high.
No, and 4th and 1, and it's a short one. It's not a full yard. They'll go with 2 receivers wide, the H-back to the left of the formation. They can fake off of this. They did last week against USJ, and they didn't. And Tompkins, look at him move the football, and he's spinning. The football is loose. Who's going to get on it?
Looks like Trinity got it back. They just happened to have a receiver down there. But the power running right now of Tompkins is just unbelievable, but we did get a hand on it and snatched that ball out, so we know he's susceptible to that as he takes another break, and he's He's bending over a little bit over here.
1st and 10 on our 14. TCA threatening with 2 wideouts. They give to Moore. Moore stacked up going over the A gap. But their offensive line is winning the battle right now.
They are, and you know, we will make our adjustments, and hopefully we can hold them to a field goal attempt. Tompkins is over on the sideline right now, looking like he's a little upset about something. Something's hurting, but Coach, this is a big down to get him to stop.
Trips right, Waller and the company to the right, one receiver to the left, Moore in the backfield. It's going to fake and be a pass play over the middle. There's the slant for a touchdown, and you knew that one was coming. And our linebackers stepped up, and they can't be any help. We've got to take the slant away from them.
Yeah, that's what running does, Coach. It causes your linebackers to move up in order to stop that run. They just ran the slant, snuck it right behind the linebackers, and a fantastic pass by Butler for the touchdown.
2 for 3 for the touchdown, 11 yards. Here's the snap. The kick is up. It looks good. The officials say it is good. And the Lions have taken a lead of 7-0 over Jackson Christian. We'll be back after this timeout.
Looking for a new and exciting career? At Jackson State Community College, we offer nationally recognized, top-rated programs designed to greenlight your career for success. With courses available in the health sciences, nursing, computer technology, and much more, your next step towards a career starts here at Jackson State. Learn how Jackson State Community College can greenlight your future at greenlightyourfuture.com.
We are back, and TCA just takes the ball straight down to the field. They started on their own 27, and I hate to be – it sounds critical. We showed no signs of being able to stop them on that series. They were the dominant team.
Yeah, they definitely were, Coach, and it was all fueled by the turnover, and we turned it over at the TCA 30 as we were moving with very little obstruction that they were putting in, but they took advantage of it, went straight down the field. So we have to answer right now to get in this game, and then we'll turn it into just a who throws the last punch.
Mosley back at his goal line, but I don't think this young man has missed a kickoff in 2 weeks going into the end zone. This is Holsinger. He approaches the football, puts his foot into it. Let's see if this one comes down short. No, it's about 5 yards deep, and we'll go from bad field position again. The 20 is not good field position.
No, and I'll tell you, Coach, if you want to just think about what this is a high school kicker. And we've got one too, but this is a high school kicker that just kicked it 65 yards in the air off of the tee. And that is something that colleges just absolutely just drool over.
Got Banky in motion to the right. We've got a good kicker in Cisco. It's 1st and 10 from the 20, 80 yards away. Give to Boyd. Boyd's got good yardage across or right at the 25. It'll depend on where they say the knee hit the ground.
Coach, this is definitely a game of power versus speed. We're going to break a long one. We're going to break 2 or 3, I think, before the night's over. But right now, we just need to hang on to the football.
Banky and Rowland to this side. One man in the backfield with an H-back. They pull him, and here is Boyd close to the first down. He got it. He's across it. So we get our 3rd first down. The trouble is we trail 7-0, and we're looking for answers on defense.
Yeah, very simple right there. They kick it in the end zone. We started on 20. All we got to do is touch the 30. We got to the 31. That is a great start to this drive after a mistake and a touchdown. We just hang on to it. Get our bearings back.
Gage Boykin in the backfield with Cam Boyd. It is the spread, not the pistol. They fake. Quick toss out to Mosley. He's dancing. Goes north and south now. Gets across the 45-yard line. The Jackson Christian 45.
Yeah, Boykin to Mosley right there on a little quick out, and he makes a move. Coach, that is unstoppable unless they put anybody else over there because we can outrun them all.
Another first down. That one 14 yards. We've got a timeout called by TCA. We're going to take a timeout with TCA leading our Eagles 7-0 on Worthy Road Studios.
Do you want your smile to say it all? At Elite Dental Care, we'll make you and your family feel comfortable and secure with a variety of services and state-of-the-art care. We offer sedation dentistry that will make your time in the dental chair comfortable and relaxed. Come by and see our newly renovated and expanded office in Jackson or one of our other convenient locations in Trenton or Dyersburg. Trust your smile with elite dental care and let your smile say it all.
We are back here with the Eagles trailing, but they have it 1st and 10 at their own 46-yard line. We fumbled on our first series, and the Lions took it 73 yards on the drive for a touchdown. We've got trips with a one-high safety now. Looks like TCA trying to make a defensive adjustment. And one guy will shoot the gap so we can't throw. And here's the running play. Here is Boyd running like a Swiss watch all the way down to the 20 and knocked out of bounds. Let's see where they spot it at the 13, Dave.
Yeah, right now there's no question they cannot handle the speed to the outside. And, Coach, we're running a hurry-up, so I'm going to keep turning it back over to you here.
And we are in the hurry-up. Boykin's got his troop set. 2 receivers to the right. They give to Boyd trying that left side, and he's going to get down, pumping his legs close to the 5-yard line for a nice gain there.
Yeah, he pumped it out. That our offensive line is doing a really, really, really good job of staying on their blocks long enough to spring Cam.
And Boyd doing a good job there. It's 2nd and 3 from the 6. That's the official spot. They give to Boyd again. He runs. He's slowed up. He's going to be short, about the 2-yard line, Dave?
About the 2. They just did a cross buck. He started out on the left side of the line, and then he took the handoff coming across the play. So we're in a goal situation here. We cannot get the first down, and we need to stick it in. Actually, it's 1st and 3. That was a first down, Coach.
Oh, okay. It's 1st and goal from the 3.
Yeah, I see a stake still up.
That's where I trusted the scoreboard. So it is 1st and 3. Boyd, let's see who got the carry. Do we have 6? Yes, the referee says give him 6.
Yeah, that looked like Boyd.
And that was DeMoss.
Oh, it was DeMoss.
It
sure was.
They are going hurry up, and so DeMoss gets his first carry of the night. It'll be a 3-yard touchdown at the 3:52 mark. Our excellent junior kicker, Holsinger, is a senior for them, but we get Zach back for another year. He is on to try to tie the game here. 3:52 is when the touchdown was scored. Kick is up. That one looks perfect. It is perfect, and it's 7-7. Let's take a timeout here on the Worthy Road Studios Network.
We offer live webcasting for families. It kind of came out of when so many warriors were going overseas to war. We have learned to offer families more choices, that we want to serve our families well and serve our families better.
We are back. Dave Wade, Coach Joe Holloway, 7-7 score. We fumbled once, and they recovered. They fumbled once. We didn't recover. Dave, a quick thought before Zach Cisco kicks off.
Well, we are in a hurry-up offense, and right now it has got TCA just totally confused. They had to use a timeout because they were trying to make substitutions, and we were about to catch them with 12 on. So good game plan by the coach, and we just need to keep it up. Come on, defense.
Here's Zach Cisco, and Braden Waller, usually the deepest man for them, and Zach is going to hit a liner off to the side, picked up at the 10-yard line. And that's where they come up the side of the field and tackled right there. We'll have to pick that up. Who got the tackle? I want to say it was number 15 for us.
Yes, it was. It was number 15, and Easton Jones got the tackle. But, Coach, I'll tell you, you teach it and you teach it. That Trinity receiver right there who received the kickoff, it was north and south. He didn't go east and west whatsoever. He took it straight up the field, going to get it almost to the 35-yard line. But right now we've got to figure out a way to slow down Tompkins.
Yes, we got to get into him. There's a drone over the field. I really, Dave, think that they should outlaw drones over an athletic contest. TCA 1st and 10 from their own 30. They're going to try Tompkins left side. He bounces the hole a little wider. A whole group of Eagles is what it takes to take him down, but he's going to get at least 2, it looks like, tough yards.
Yeah, 2 tough yards right there. And, Coach, the key to getting him is you're going to have to take his strength from him, which is his legs, and you're going to have to string him out. I mean, bottom line is you got to try to hold him up a little bit and then wait for reinforcements to come.
Cade Butler, your quarterback. It will be a form of the spread with the H-back or blocking back to the left of the formation. 2 wide receivers. It's a pass play, 3-step drop. They're going to hit Waller, and he is good with his yards after catch. He's got a first down, and he's into Jackson Christian territory.
Yeah, just a one step drop from the shotgun, and Butler throws a nice pass out to Waller, who just gives the dead leg. That's what we call it. And the defensive back ran right by him. He turns it up to midfield and gets a good gain on a very, very good executed play.
1st and 10 on the 49-yard line of Jackson Christian. And Waller, you can't give him any room, but he's quick enough he can run by you on press coverage. They like the slant, which they scored on a while ago. Here's Tompkins getting outside, and he got outside our contain, but a nice tackle over there on the sideline took him down, but he did gain about 4.
Well, I don't know who hit him over there because it is opposite of where we are, but he went down quick.
Yes. That was one of those that got in that mollyhawk, which is the word of the night.
Absolutely. He got mollyhawked, and in return, he's going to come on out of this ball game and stand on the sidelines as they run the second down play.
Second down and about 7.5 yards to go. Strength of the formation to the wide side, the right side of the field. Snap to Butler. He gives straight ahead. Easton breaks it for them for a couple of quick yards, and then the helmet came off. That looked like Joey Carr with his helmet coming off.
Yeah, that's the second time his helmet's come off. I've seen him leave twice because of it. Strap that thing up, young man. Get it tight. Coach, it almost looked like we got a face mask, but a good job of letting go of it before they got the penalty.
1 yard gain, 3rd and 7 officially now. You got 2 receivers, a slot to the left. You got 2, but it's not really a slot. You've got the wide out off the line of scrimmage. Keep an eye on number 8, the receiver to the right. That is Braden Waller, the sophomore. He and Butler have worked a lot together. It's a pass play. One man sets up and hooks out there. And Moore puts the move on him, and we get faked out of our shoulder pads, and they get another first down via the pass.
Well, we got to we've got to tackle better than that right there. Wyatt Jones had him dead to rights and was able to stop him, but he put a move and just kind of gave him that little hip. And I've always been told, Coach, watch the belly button because you can't go anywhere without it.
Dave's right. 1st and 10 from the 35 of Jackson Christian School. 7-7 score, 1:05 to go in the first quarter. And that mistake, that fumble, could be a horrible situation for Jackson Christian. Ball up in the air. Do we get the interception? No.
He caught that ball.
Caught it. And that's Waller, isn't it? Or
yes, it is. It is Waller. The ball was tipped at the line of scrimmage, and I thought it was going to be intercepted. But you got to hand it to him. A fantastic play by the receiver to dive and catch a batted ball.
Yeah, Waller is a great wideout. Let's give him credit. 5 for 6 passing for Butler. 4 men rushing. They send over the A gap to the left side more, and he's going to get some positive yardage. We've got to get in those gaps and hold them to no gain. We can't even give up 1 right now.
Yeah, Tompkins has entered the game right here, so you pretty much know that they're probably going to go to him, but you got to be careful about that slant over the middle that they ran before. But, Coach, this is a major play right here to hold them to possibly have to go for it on 4th.
Now they've got Waller matched up on Trent Carrier. It's going to be Tompkins. He's going to try the left side. We're going to push him back and hold him to a short gain. And
bad. No.
Are they throwing the penalty? Is it because of a celebration, or is the tackle to?
They're going to throw it on the tackle on him, putting him to the ground. Which once again, the situation of this ball game is it's an emotional game. I hope that they wave it off, but they're going to say dead ball, personal foul. That's a tough one right there. You're going hard, and the whistle blows, and you make the tackle, and you put him down. That's a tough one to swallow there. They're gonna go to the quarter, but
That's the end of the first quarter with it tied up in TCA driving. It's 7-7. We'll be back on the Worthy Road Studios Network.
Great American Sports. Make sports an addiction. Located at 125B Old Hickory Boulevard, East in Jackson. We specialize in teen sports for youth leagues, schools, and churches. We can embroider and screen print team uniforms. We also have sports equipment, Under Armour and Adidas clothing, and anything else you need for your teen sports. You can email or call us for all your teen sports needs. Great American Sports. Make sports an addiction.
I am back, and I'm going to go ahead and say it, and Richard McWhirter, write me if you want to. I just saw one of the – I'm not even going to give him the benefit of the doubt. You teach – I coach defensive backs besides some offense, and you teach your men to play till the whistle blows, but you're taught going forward to follow through, David. That's a horrible call.
Well, and when you're in the middle of taking the man down and the whistle blows, you can't just stop. There's no way to stop. But anyway, it is a unfortunate series there because we had him stop, but they only had first down. 8
first downs for TCA, and after a horrible call, we're in the second quarter with the score tied, TCA threatening. Wide side to the right, they try Tompkins again. He breaks a tackle, gets across the 10, so he's going to get 4, maybe 5 yards out of that.
Yeah, Coach, we're going high on him. We're trying to go shoulder pad to shoulder pad and shoulder pad to his hip, and that's not going to work. You got to take his legs away from him. I mean, just bottom line is just you just beat the knees and the shins to death in tackling him.
They'll go trips right. Weiser, the only receiver to the left. It is a running play with the quarterback, and he's going to just go in there untouched for 9 yards. And that's not good.
Well, slugfest is what we got. We thought we might have it, and that's what we've got as they're sending their field goal kicker out. But this is just going to be toe-to-toe, possibly. Who's got the ball last, Coach?
Well, unfortunately, we have blown a possession, and they get the football to start the second half. Holsinger on to attempt his second extra point. It is perfect, and we'll take a timeout with TCA leading 14-7.
Football looks fun. I bet I would have been great at it. The first football playing Deer, they would have made a movie about me and everything. Probably get Kurt Russell to play me. But alas, me and my dreams run right over again.
For fast, reliable collision repair, trust the experts at Mitchell's Body Shop. And get back out there.
And, David, we are forced tonight to match point for them. And we're not going to have very good field position if we don't make them punt, because if we let them score, Holsinger is very capable of meeting the end zone with the football every time he kicks it.
You're exactly right. And we're going to get to see the leg now, which there's no question he's got one, but he's going to be kicking into what looks to be about a 7-mile-an-hour wind that is coming directly into his face. But, Coach, they forced a turnover. We turn the ball over, and they get a score. We get an unfortunate personal foul that gives them a first down that allows them to score again. So, we're going to have to keep up with them and try to make our own breaks.
You're very kind. I'm not going to be. It was a horrible call and lack of judgment. This one line driving, and it's heading towards the end zone. We pick it up right at must have been about a millimicron inch. And here's Mosley trying to make something out of nothing, and he gets across the 30, the 35, the 40, and he's going to be down at about the 42-yard line.
Well, and it's to our advantage to return the football. We are faster than Trinity is, so we can make the people miss and get to the outside, find a lane. And so instead of starting at the 20, now we're at the 43-yard line. And, Coach, if we can get those returns, we can stay in good position.
You're right. Our third possession starting at the 42. Looks like Rowland is coming this way, Banky coming this way. Mosley is a single receiver to the far side. Looks like Daniel Green is playing H-back, the big tight end. We look, give to Boyd. Boyd is hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. They were in the gap, the B gap then, and got him.
Yeah, the linebacker just absolutely went straight over to him, number 62 for Trinity Christian, and he just actually 63, Nicholas Reddick. He came over and filled the gap that Cam was trying to get into, and they both got there at the same time for no gain.
We'll check Boyd's yardage with Greg Armour at halftime. Man covers it. Really, they're showing us a little disguise how they're covering. We didn't get a block, and whatever is made by Mosley, he will make it on his own, and it's going to bring up a possession third down.
Yeah, their outside linebacker on the left side overran the play. He just bolted in to try to get in there, and we did slip through him, but missing the block of the linebacker that was shedding down the line caused us to not be able to turn that into what looked like it could have been a big, big play.
Well, somebody, I don't know whether we didn't pull or the H-back decided he had to get somebody else out of there.
They didn't kick him out.
Yeah, you have to take that guy and drive him all the way to the TCA bench.
Absolutely.
Two backs in the backfield, a tight slot to the left of the formation, third down. Here's Mosley trying to get around, had to stiff arm one guy. Will he make it? Yes, he got the first down. He's got more across the 40 to about the 36, and they tried to strip him again of the football, Dave.
Yeah, they're going after the football. There's no question. And a great job right there. Just nothing special about that. Mosley took it to the left, and he stiff-armed the first player away, which gave him about 7 yards to get up ahead of steam, and there was no stopping him then.
Mosley over 50 yards. We bring 3. And we'll check. It looks like Blake, Rowland, Lance, and Banky to the right of the formation. And here's Boyd trying left side, dancing, getting a first down and more. He's going to have about 13 or 14, depending on the spot, and another Jackson Christian first down. I think we have 7 now.
Yeah, and, Coach, you see where Boyd kind of gets in behind those big blockers, and he disappears from the defense, and he doesn't know. And then all of a sudden, Poopy just makes that little move, and he pops out, and he uses his speed to get the first down.
I've got him unofficially at 96 yards, and Mosley stays on the sideline, it looks like, because Blake Rowland goes to the right. Boyd in the backfield with Gage Boykin. Gage 2 for 2 tonight. The little shovel pass to Boyd. He's got 5. He's got 7. He's got 9. He's probably got the first down.
Coach, he dives into the first down, and this is just the way that the offense works. And if you want to compare these two offenses right now, one of them is a comet, and the other one is a monstrous asteroid that is just plowing its way. And we are the comet. We can run past them, but we got to figure out a way to get that asteroid down.
DeMoss has come in there on first down, and I say 10. The scoreboard's wrong. It is 1st and 10. It may be first.
No,
it is first and goal where
yeah.
the football is placed. They'll shift Daniel Green, the H-back. He's more like a wing right now. There's a little hesitation. DeMoss is dancing, and he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage, and a host of TCA tacklers are there. Tompkins playing linebacker or outside linebacker because they like to run a 3-man front is one of the hitters.
They do, and they stunted right into our play. So that's a situation where they just guessed right from where we were going. That's where I see. I bet you will see the coaching staff start to work off tackle, off end, and get to that outside, because if they happen to stunt in the right spot, they're going to blow us up.
Well, I've got 2nd and goal from the 11, Dave. They keep saying on the scoreboard it's 2nd and goal from the 6. It's the 11. Dropping back, Gage Boykin, needing a little time, throwing off his back foot a little high, but guess what? Right there, what do you have with the tip? Touchdown, Jackson Christian.
Well, they get a tip reception at midfield. We get a tip reception in the end zone. Coach, I'm sorry. Well, I'm not sorry. This is going to be a fun game. I saw one of these last Saturday.
Now, the thing is, I'm trying to make sure, was it Daniel Green or was it Blake Rowland? I think it's Blake Rowland.
I think it was Blake Rowland that got it. That ended up with the ball.
Yeah.
It wasn't thrown to him, but he got it.
And that's all that counts. Tip drill, Oski, as they would say, but that's for interceptions at UT. The snap, the kick is up. Zach Cisco looks like he's good, and he is as usual. It is tied at 14 at the 7:52 mark. Let's take a timeout on Jackson Christian and Worthy Road Studios Network.
Dynamics Physical Therapy, your elite provider in sports medicine and performance. Now serving communities throughout West Tennessee.
Dave, a great ball game, but that the fumble and losing your opening drive, it's worrying me.
Yeah, and somehow down the line, we're going to have to figure out a way to stymie this offense, and we've had them 2 times in third and over 6 yards, and they've been able to get the first down. If we can continue putting them in that situation, they're bound to be able to find a way to make that stop.
Sometimes it boils down to who wants it the most. Technique is important.
You think special teams might play a point in this game?
This could. And you've got 2 of the finest kickers in the state of Tennessee.
Absolutely, we do.
Zach Cisco has already won a game for us, along with his teammates earlier in the year. He wears 14. He's going to kick off from the right sideline. I think they're trying to avoid Braden Waller. Waller back deep and in the middle. This one going. It's gone. It's a home run for Zach Cisco, and the ball will be put on the 20.
Well, I told you before, their kicker kicked it from the 40 and got it 5 yards deep, which is 65 yards in the air. Well, Mr. Cisco just put it about 70. That ball landed on the white end line back there. So I'm telling you, when they are going from the south to the north, Coach, they can kick the football.
Yes, yeah, they can.
I'm going to say 50 yards, 45-yard field goal could be as long as this wind stays where it is.
It is. Cade Fuller brings his team out. Thompson's in the backfield with him. They go with 2 wideouts to the right, an H-back to the left, and a wideout to the left. Single coverage, 1 high safety. They send a man in motion. It's jet sweep. And it's going to go for about 6 or 7 yards. Look like a block in the back or a hold.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a hold. They may call a block in the back right there. And if they do, there was actually 2 of them. I saw both of them. But, yeah, we're going to have the hold. And that is what we need right there. Put them behind the stakes and make them work their offense out of their comfort zone.
And that's a foul that occurred first was what I saw as a hold first.
Yes.
And you always see it first. David is eagle eye, and if he tells you on an officiating call that the sun is purple polka dot, go buy money on a purple polka dot sun.
Thank you, Coach. There's a lot of coaches out there that would disagree with you right now.
Carrier on defense to the left. We'll check and see who he's guard. Looks like he's got Braden Waller to the right, Jack Collins. DeMoss is the 1 high safety. And now they're going to try to make, and this is strategy by TCA too, to make Mosley man up. But it's a running play, and this time, have we got a face mask?
If we do, somebody slipped in there, but it may also be a chop block where he got down in low. It was thrown by the white hat, so he was the one that was looking in the middle.
In the middle, and that was Tompkins running the football. Now
it's going to go against Jackson Christian.
Is 0 Paxton Harwell.
Well, we just gave the 15 yards back to him. Now, this is not an automatic first down. In high school, there's only 3, and they're all roughing. So we're going to end up with first down and about 1. Boy. We've loaded the pistol, I think.
I think so, too. Really got it down to play with here, David. Here's TCA. It's a pass play. They're going to try to go over the top. Jack Collins with the interception at the 36. Jackson Christian School coming back to getting Will Weiser, the senior wideout for them. Jack Collins 2 weeks in a row has come up with the big interception. Now we must score because this turns the possession situation back to us.
Yeah, at tennis terms, this gets us back on serve, Coach, but I'm going to tell you right now, you called it exactly right. TCA thought they had it down to play with, so they were going to go deep. Jack Collins was not fooled step for step with him, made a fantastic over-the-shoulder catch, turned around and not only made a good interception, but got the ball back by midfield.
And we're going to start it at our own 48, but good field position. Here comes the Eagles. Boykin at quarterback. Boyd is out there. Banky is out there. It looks like it's Rowland and Mosley's in the slot to that side. Rush coming, linebacker shot the gap. We're going to throw it deep and just overthrown, and TCA was close to an interception.
Yeah, and they want that. They're going to want some type of foul right there. And once the ball gets past the receiver, which our receiver turned defensive on that and gave him a push. There's no foul there, guys.
Yeah, 2 for
no
3
foul.
for, yeah. Sometimes, fan is short for the word fanatic.
That's it, and as well as they should be.
2nd and 10, wide side of the field to the left with a slot over there. Mosley's going to go in motion deep. They're going to toss to him. He's going to look at it, see what he can set up. He gets across the 50, the 45, the 40, and he's going to be down somewhere around the 38 or 39-yard line.
Coach, that looks a whole lot like the Green Bay Packers. We're just going to go completely left and send everybody out there and just find somebody to block and let the running back come back through there, and we're executing that play very well.
Do you remember when USC used to run student body right,
Yep.
student body left? 1st and 10 for the Eagles. Quick pass out. Dancing with it and getting tackled, but a good first down. It looks like it's going to be close.
Yeah, and this is getting
That's
a little
the Mosley
chippy.
again. Yeah,
it is Mosley. It's getting a little chippy out here. We've got everybody just away from the football that are chirping, and it's going to get itself done. But I like the play call. You get the linebackers up for the run, throw it right past them.
2nd and 9, and I'm going to tell you what, on the pass play, the TCA linebackers were coming hard then.
Yeah, they're going to give them a first down,
They are
Coach.
going to give it to him. Well, thank you. Banky and Rowland. That's Lance Rowland. Single wide receiver left. Here you go. And there comes somebody off the corner, and it's going to be thrown away. And that was a good decision by Gage Boykin.
Yeah, that's a great decision by Boykin because, that they had one receiver out in the pattern right there, and that's what they wanted. That was the play call, so they wanted to see what it was. It wasn't there. He gets rid of it. And we live to play another down.
Well, the man off the corner came like an unblocked runaway 18-wheeler that was already in 5th gear or 10th gear, whatever one of those high gears are.
Yeah,
I think they've got 18 gears, don't
they? They do got 18 and 18 wheels, but I'll tell you what, that'll send you to the dentist too if you hang on to that ball a little bit too long.
It will. 2 men in the backfield, slot right, Boykin waiting the football. They give to Boyd, and there's a hole. It closed and it opened again, and Boyd is running like that fine Swiss Army knife and watch I talk about. He's got a first down, and he's got a whole lot more.
Well, we're running a trap play, and for those of you who don't know what a trap play is, I will explain it right after this because we're hurry up.
And they go to the line of scrimmage. Here it is, the handoff, and this time it is stacked up. Everybody but the kitchen sink and the concession people were waiting on the running back. On the right side.
The play before that, Coach, it's a trap, and what happens is all the offense went left. The entire offensive line just immediately fired off to the left, which carries the defense with you if it works right. Boyd absolutely just turned it back to the right and was wide open. Problem is with that, defenses do not like to look bad, in the words of Brian's song, so you can't run that too much.
Yes, it's 2nd and goal, and again, they've got the yard marker set at. Now, we shift strength right. They're going to try Boyd right. He's going to get some tough yard. Spins off of somebody. An amazing run by the little man. Give him 6. Cam Boyd and Jackson Christian.
I'm going to tell you, he is finding his slots, and he's slipping through them, and he's disappearing in there. But when he pops up, he is at full speed. And, Coach, we held serve, got back on serve. Great job by Jackson Christian scoring after the turnover.
Now, the thing is we've got to get one up, though, on that serve because they get the football to start it. Austin Kelly, the fine backup quarterback, wide out, can do a lot of other things, holding for Cisco. The snap, it's perfect. There's no use in saying anything. I got you beat, referees. It's 21-14 Jackson Christian leads. Let's take a timeout on Worthy Roads Network.
At McCoy's Heating and Air, we realize there are more than enough things to worry about on a day-to-day basis. With our new 10-year all-inclusive package, your home comfort doesn't have to be one of them. For one low monthly payment, you can purchase a brand new York unit with full maintenance and repair coverage for 10 years with approved credit. No hassle, no stress, just complete coverage for your comfort and convenience. Contact McCoy's Heating and Air at 731-668-7492 or visit airmccoy.com to schedule your free new AC estimate today.
We are back in a white knuckler, but I actually think we've got a track meet out here. I think we got the wrong sport, Dave.
We got a track meet that they're just wearing uniforms, football helmets and shoulder pads. And, Coach, I'm going to tell you, somewhere out there somebody put just was talking to a friend and said, well, I think score going to be 28-24. I think score going to be 32-2. Well, if they took the over, good, because I bet you we're fixing to probably break this scoreboard with all of this going on.
You're absolutely right. 3 men back, one deepest, and that's usually, and it looks like Braden Waller. Can't see his number from here, and he's a little taller. This one up in the air, up, going, gone. It's a touchback.
I believe if he tried, he could get it through the goalpost. I'm telling you, that ball is landing about 1 to 2 yards from the end line, not the goal line, the end line, which is 10 yards deep. So he's kicking from the 40, 60 yards to the goal line, and add 7 more, 67, 68, 69 yards a pop.
Big interception by Jack Collins a while ago. I see DeMoss playing the free safety or one high safety. You'll see Mosley involved in coverage more, and it's a chess game. Jackson Christian would like to match Mosley up on their great receiver, Waller, some, but now you got trips right. It's going to be a running play. Trying to get outside. We've lost leverage again. And, again, about 7 yards for Tompkins. We must keep him on our outside man's inside shoulder.
Absolutely. That's exactly the way that you do it. You're out. Your furthest guy to the sideline keeps him on the outside shoulder and does not commit in. The only thing he can do is cut back into the linebackers or run out of bounds.
You're right. So 9-yard pickup, a nice gain. It's going to bring 2nd and 1. Don't think they'll play with this one. And it is a handoff. And he was reading. That time Fuller, I will get it straight. I want to call him Fulmer. It's Cade Butler. And Cade, my apologies. He read it and gave to his back. And I only have him.
Cedric Anderson just said, nothing doing here. I've got you. And he is the only one out there that can go high on Tompkins.
4 down linemen this time. Everybody unusual. We usually play with 3 down. Now Caleb Newsom, the dog linebacker, stands up. They'll go trips right. Butler and Tompkins in the backfield. We read, here comes Tompkins. We didn't have the pursuit. The corner set it well, and they get another 1st down.
Yeah, overrun the tackle right there. We did bust through, and we hit the gap, and we hit it great. But we were coming at full speed, and Tompkins just had enough time to plant that foot in the ground and put a move on our defensive back and then turned it up into a 1st down.
Unofficially, the 9th 1st down. Trips right again. This is going to they're going to run the option, or actually he kept it. He pulled it on the RPO, and Blake Butler, or Cade in this case, is a very good quarterback. His dad, Blake, was a lineman at the University of Memphis.
Well, and I'm going to tell you that once again, Coach's son, but don't be fooled. That young man can move. He just turned on some jets, and he's got some speed behind him.
Absolutely. 1st and 10 in Jackson Christian territory. Ball on the 44. They send a man in motion. It's going to be the jet sweep. We got to turn it back. Linebackers got to fill, and they still get about 4.5 yards.
Yeah, and we're having to end up in a situation where we've got to give them the respect of them throwing the ball. In this ball game, both offenses are dictating what the defenses can do, and right now both offenses have both defenses off of their comfort zone.
Okay, it is the pistol this time. I start to say the spread with trips to the right, tight end, and they give, and he held it a long time. Cedric's got him, and now he's pushing Cedric forward. Tompkins is a strong young man.
He really is, and Cedric had him, and when he did, he was kind of upright when he got a hold of him, so he wasn't able to put a whole lot of leg behind him, and I just saw him signal he wants to come out and get a blow.
And doesn't have time to get off the field. So Cedric's the type young man, he's going to give it all he's got, even though he needs a little rest. Place being signaled in.
Tompkins out of the game, Coach.
Yeah, Moore in the backfield with Cade. And he wants to throw, and he's got a receiver out in the flat, no linebacker anywhere inside of first down. And one man comes over there that I can't see and makes the tackle. That looked like Mosley, or is that Carrier? I'll have to check.
Well, I'll tell you right
Mosley,
there, Coach Cade Butler did exactly what you're supposed to do. We had great pressure coming in from the outside. Quarterbacks are supposed to throw to where the pressure is coming from. And what he did was he found a wide open receiver.
11 first downs for them. They are in our territory threatening now, and they pitch the ball to Moore. Moore gets a little body lean and moves forward, but we had a couple of tacklers in that area.
Yeah, and, I mean, they're going to get 5, and those were the days when somebody would have said, hey, that's a forward lateral. No, that would have been an incomplete pass had it not happened. He just kind of rolled out and flipped it to him.
15 yards on 6 carries for Moore. Waller in a slot over here, but now this time Mosley does get to pick him up. Weiser on the outside, but they're going inside to Moore again. He dragged a couple of tackles. We got penetration. Wyatt Jones looked like he was on it. Now, is that Kai Jones also with him?
Yeah, it is. And we're going to bring up a third down here, and this is where we've got to get some pressure as Tompkins comes back into the ball game. But watch that slant.
3rd and 3. They could send on a post. They could send him down the field. And this time they're going to cross underneath. Here comes Butler. Butler's pass. It was intercepted, but out of bounds, way out of bounds.
Yeah, he got rid of that one. There was no question that he just was going to throw that away. And here comes the biggest play so far, the decision to make, Coach. You're going to have what would be about a 35-yard field goal or fourth down and 4.
They're going for it. They did this to USJ last week. Now they want to talk about it. They're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to take a timeout with Jackson Christian leading 21-14.
At Alive Hydration Drip Spa, we offer top-of-the-line IV nutritional therapy, which has a wide variety of health benefits. From immune system boosters and skin care, fatigue, energy, and even hangover relief, you can be sure we have an IV blend that's right for you. All of our blends are administered by one of our experienced nurses in a spa setting to ensure you leave feeling re-energized and refreshed. Give us a call or visit our website to book your appointment today. We have what it takes to make you feel alive again at Alive Hydration Drip Spa.
We're back 4th and 3 with 1:06 left in the first half of play. Jackson Christian leading. The ball will be closer to the right hash marks. TCA traveling from right to left on your screen and on the radio. It's 4th and 3. Tompkins is in there. Waller is in there. Weiser is in there. And they threw a pass last week in this situation.
Well, you can trust that quarterback.
They are going to give it. And they're coming with the pitch. Here's Tompkins. He's got angle. He's got the first down and more. We get a lot of tacklers there, but he crosses the 15.
Oh, Coach, we had it read perfectly. We busted the corner in, and he pitched it. I'm surprised he did, and if we could have gotten just a hand on him, but it was a good move by Tompkins, and they're going into what looks like the pistol.
And they give on the wide out around, and he's going to take it close to the house and looks like he's probably going to get in. He does. 14 yards for the touchdown.
Yeah, that was just a very, very quick call, the pistol they were running, and the quarterback gave it to the slot man who was coming at full speed, and as he got the ball, he never broke stride, got it into his lane, and then cut it up into the slant and got it into the end zone.
And it's 21-20 with the all-important extra point. But, again, we got 2 fine kickers tonight. Holsinger's attempt, it's up. The goalpost disappeared, and that means it's good. It's 21-all. We'll take a timeout and come back for 39 seconds left in the second half.
Championship DNA. That's what you find at Jones Chevrolet at Three-Way. A full line of new Chevrolets plus West Tennessee's largest used car inventory. State-of-the-art service work and pre-approved auto loans online at JonesChevroletHumboldt.com. Shop with a winner. Jones Chevrolet at Three-Way.
Downtown is thriving and the Blacksmith Restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
We are back in a white knuckler. May have passed the slobber knocker stage. We've had a couple of hits that would be considered mollyhawks, where you hit a guy really, really hard. And in the football sense, it's when you hit somebody with your shoulder, your arm, not in the definition sense that's in the dictionaries. And like I said, Coach Fan, Coach Ross, Bud Sykes, they used to use that term.
42 points in the first half, Coach. This is more like there's a landing strip out there somewhere.
Yeah, if it wasn't for the long drives that aren't quick for TCA, they have them and they score, we'd have more points on. Only 39 seconds left. Let's see if Mosley gets a chance to return. Flag is up and down with the wind. Right now the wind is, well, it's died down a little bit. Let's see what happens. Holsinger will hit it closer to the left hash marks. Trying to reach that end zone, and he probably will, because that one, out of bounds. So we can take it on the 35, and you know what? 35 is within our striking zone. That's
Absolutely.
our 35, 65 yards away.
Well, we got 3 timeouts left, and we've not used one. So, and once again, remember that the clock will stop on all first downs and does not start again until the chains are set. So we've got plenty of time to move the ball downfield. The wind would be at our back on a field goal attempt.
Yeah, Dave's got the right idea. We've got 3 timeouts to use in 39 seconds. The senior quarterback, Gage Boykin, comes out there with one true man in the backfield. Banky in motion to the left of the formation. They're bringing somebody off the corner, and it's going to be overthrown.
Yeah, he's looking at one person that was downfield right there. Mosley was running the release down the line, but we absolutely had blown the middle of the field. The safeties had committed, and the middle of the field is wide open. And don't think that one of them coaches in that box didn't see that.
I was going to say, wouldn't you like to see somebody come back towards us across the middle after you? Now the slot is here to the right. One receiver to the left. They got Green, but they hit Mosley, and he had a better shot. He's got the first down to the 40, and we need to stop the clock. It'll stop on the first down, but
yeah, this is where you spike it. Go ahead and spike the ball. We're not running a play here. Now they've got the clock started. This is where we need to just throw it down.
18 seconds here, and we throw it up in the air and out of bounds, but that takes another 5 seconds, actually 6. Clock operator let it go a little long if you compare it to where you hear the whistle.
Well, and I'll tell you that right now, we had a great call right there. The screen was set up, and we just couldn't get it over that outside lineman to get to it. But I'm going to promise you, we are celebrating a touchdown if we can just get that screen. Coach, we need about 15 yards.
We do. 13 seconds left. This time a little better blocking. Here's a pass over the middle. We've got timeouts. Here's Mosley. Will he go out of bounds? Yes, he will at about the 16, maybe the 17-yard line.
This is where you kick it.
3 seconds. Well, we'll have to or either take a shot. Let's see. Now, Darby Palmer and Blake Butler both have been known as riverboat gamblers at times.
Well, I'm going to tell you, Trinity just called a timeout, which I guess it doesn't matter. There's 3 seconds left. I mean, he wants to set his defense up, but it looks like that we're warming Cisco up, and he's going to come out. Coach, it's at the 16?
Plunked down. What about the 23?
I'm going to say we're going to be 34-yard field goal, and we do.
He has hit one this year. Matter of fact, he's hit 2 that long.
Well, and we've got, what would you say that flag? You're looking probably anywhere from 6, 7, 8 mile an hour. It's not hanging. It's stretched out.
From the left hash mark, you have to adjust for crosswind in that, too. Zach Cisco doing the wise thing. He's walking around by himself, not getting involved into it all. Now, they've talked about 1, covering the fake, 2, how we're going to rush the thing, and 3, Coach Butler reminded his young men, no penalty.
No.
33.5-yard field goal attempt. It's set up at the 23.5 or just behind. Here comes the rush. The kick is up, and I heard whistles, but
Boom.
They say it's good. And time is out with Jackson Christian leading 24-21 on a 33-yard field goal by Zach Cisco, who that's a great decision by Darby Palmer's staff and a great kick by the fine young junior kicker. And, Dave, before we take our first time out, you got a quick thought? I got to catch my breath.
Well, I'll tell you what, it is a fun football game to watch. Both offenses are executing well. It's not that the defenses are not. It's just right now the offenses are being able to dictate what the defenses can do. And when that happens, you have a high-scoring game. That's what we've got right now. A lot of things to talk about in this locker room for both coaches. I'm anxious to see how we come out and the adjustments made by both to see if we can slow down these offenses.
Execution of the adjustments and understanding of the adjustments is going to spell the difference in this football game. To remind you, TCA gets the football first, and that is important in this half because we blew our opportunity to score. We had a fumble after we had a nice drive going. 24-21. You are watching this contest on Jackson Christian's Facebook, Worthy Road Studios producing and directing, and we'll be back after this timeout.
Hey gang, Seabass here for the BallGame Blitz on WNWS.com. Brought to you by Kaufman's Home Furnishings and Appliances. Kaufman's.com, 2845 Highway 45 Bypass. By King Jewelers, 16B Conrad Drive right here in Jackson. By Umpy's Homemade Chicken and Biscuits, 745 Old Hickory Boulevard. By Fullington Team at Keller Williams. FullingtonTeam.kw.com, 731-298-9722, and by Jackson Madison County School System. Choose us. Call 731-345-7011 for a tour. jmcss.org. Now, let's get right back to the action.
Home furnishings, appliances, bedding, and so much more. Kaufman's at the Bypass and Oil Well Road in Jackson. Furnishings for every room in your home. Custom upholstery options too. And our fully stocked warehouse helps prevent supply chain delays. Kaufman's, for your life.
At Arrington Funeral Directors, we accept all pre-arranged funerals. So you may have pre-arranged your funeral in this town with another funeral home or even in another state. But we accept all pre-arranged funerals because we're here to serve families.
Buying a home is a major milestone, and at the Bank of Jackson, we want to help you achieve it. Our mortgage specialists can assist you with conventional, VA, FHA, or construction loans, as well as USDA and THDA development loans. Serving the Jackson area for 25 years. The Bank of Jackson, your down-home community bank. You belong here. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Thompson & Smith, the area's premier independent insurance brokerage, has been serving families and businesses in the region through its founding companies since 1927. With their many insurance company partners, Thompson & Smith provides insurance products for family, home and auto, contractors, retailers, restaurants, manufacturers, medical and dental clinics, as well as any other business or organization seeking quality coverage, risk management expertise, and customer-focused service. Call them today to discuss your insurance needs.
At Lonnie Cobb Ford, we now give you a warranty for life on the engine and transmission. That's right, a warranty for life at no cost to you. Unlimited time, unlimited mileage, but it's only at Lonnie Cobb Ford in Henderson, where cars really are cheaper in the country.
And welcome back to the campus of Trinity Christian Academy, where at halftime the Jackson Christian Eagles lead the Trinity Christian Lions 24-21. A showing of the offenses has just been unveiled here at Trinity Christian. Offenses have totally dictated the outcome of this ball game. 2 turnovers are what has flipped it. Jackson Christian fumbles on their opening drive at the Trinity 30. Trinity goes in to score to get the first score of the ball game. They flip back and forth until Trinity throws an interception. Mr. Collins catches the ball at the 30, returns it back to the 50. Then we go back up. Jackson Christian goes back up into the situation. Then we do answer back and forth to each other, with Jackson Christian getting a 37-yard field goal at the end of the first half to make the score 24-21. to 21. This game is a little bit like we had thought it was going to be, but I would say that I didn't think it was going to be so much of a track meet. Then it would be a little pound and ground type of a thing. But Trinity Christian is definitely added the pounding, and Jackson Christian is getting the stars on the board by running the long plays and the better plays. This game is definitely an important game, and now as we get into one half, and we've got 24 minutes to decide the outcome of this, both teams right now in the region are 3-1. This is for second place. There's not going to be a tiebreaker involved in this unless something just crazy happens next week. Jackson Christian is going to be fighting for that number 2 spot. Trinity Christian is doing the same thing. And it is just right now, it is just a showdown with lights flashing majorly on the scoreboard. But right now, I'll tell you what, the man that's probably been working harder than anybody, Mr. Greg Armour, is going to give us some stats on a game that saw offense, offense, offense. And oh, by the way, did I say offense? Let me get you turned up right here. There we go.
Yep, a lot of offense. All right, for Jackson Christian, we had 13 first downs in the passing department. Gage Boykin was 10 attempts, 6 completion for 86 yards. Leading receiver is number 23, Jay Mosley, 5 catches for 75 yards. In the rushing department, we rushed 18 times for 206 yards. Leading rusher Cam Boyd had 12 rushes for 133. Jalen Mosley had 3 for 52. Elijah Moss had 2 for 3. We had 3 penalties for 35 yards. And kicked off 3 times, no punts. All right, for TCA, 11 first downs. Passing, they passed 9 times, completed 6 for 58 yards. Leading receiver, number 8, had 3 catches for 38 yards, and they had 1 interception. In the rushing department, they rushed 26 times for 127 yards. Tompkins has 15 for 66, and Butler has 3 for 41. They had 1 penalty for 10 yards, and they also did not punt.
You know, Greg, I'll tell you, when the game started, obviously Jackson Christian elected to receive, and they took the ball down and pretty much just absolute, I'm not going to say easy style, but they were dictating what they wanted. And then, bam, turnover. And then Trinity takes it in and scores, and then it's back and forth. And I was telling the listeners earlier that it was back and forth until Trinity makes the mistake. Throws the interception to Collins, who returns it back. Then we get back on serve again. Now we're swapping in and out with them. And then at the end of the game, great job with 30-something seconds left in the ball game to get the ball down and to kick the field goal to go up 24-21. But now, as this game rolls on, here's where I think a lot of the things are going to happen. Number one, they're going to tweak the defense. Obviously, they're going to figure out. Both sides are going to try to figure out a way to slow down these offenses. Don't think you can stop them. But the wind is going to become a factor. It's blowing from the south, coming in probably 7-8 miles an hour. As we have been able to see, as the kickoffs go very deep when we're kicking south to north. They're not going that way. We had it. Most of the time, teams will come out and defend the scoreboard. It's going to be Trinity's call here, what they want to do as far as where, they're going to want to receive, but that's going to give Jackson Christian the ability to say, we want to defend. So they can have the wind in that fourth quarter. It may come into play a whole lot, but, I wanted to ask, it looks like that Cam is getting in behind those blockers and really doing a good job of following them.
Right,
and
yeah.
then when he sees that opening, bam, he's gone and he turns the jet zone.
Right.
We're faster than they are. But, boy, you got to hand it to Tompkins. He's powerful.
He's a hard runner.
Well, hang on 1 second. And then we ended up being, the situation of trying our best to get to get to the point to where we could stop. Had them in third down and long 2 different times.
2 different times, yes.
And just couldn't get stopped.
Right, yeah.
So they know what they're doing. And, The little slant across the middle was really, really something that I was really impressed with that they threw after they had pulled our linebackers up, because we were going to stop the run. We just decided that was going to do. Then they throw one over our heads, just right there in the middle in that slant for the touchdown. So,
you know, Butler had 3 carries, and all those 3 carries of 41 yards was big gains.
And I'll tell you, I didn't realize how fast Butler was. Butler can run. So, you know, these offenses are definitely high-powered. They're going to go about their business. This is where the adjustments are made. This is where you execute. And the main thing right now is stay calm.
Yeah.
Don't get freaked out about what's going on out there. You got a football game to play. It's still football. Keep your head about you, and you will be there when the ship goes into port.
That's right.
Greg Armour, we really appreciate you. We'll be talking to Greg at halftime and get all of the stats on the game. We're going to go to a break right now with 6:14 left in the half. Jackson Christian 24, TCA 21.
At Nest Realty Jackson, connections and relationships are at the heart of everything we do. We wake up every day with the goal of helping our agents build trust, relationships, and community. Let's connect.
Tired of being seen and not heard? At Lifestyle Vision, we believe in patient-centered quality eye care for West Tennessee, which is why we are locally owned and operated. Come see us Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, or schedule an appointment anytime online. Lifestyle Vision, where compassion meets commitment.
Serving the Jackson area for over 20 years. Carlock Automotive, Van Drive, Jackson.
Hey, this is Chuck Walker with Southeastern Termite and Pest Control. If you live in West Tennessee, you have a need for the services we offer. We treat for all types of pests, including bed bugs, brown recluse spiders, and other hard-to-treat pests. You don't have to spend thousands and thousands of dollars to encapsulate a crawl space. Give us a call to hear how to achieve the same thing and save thousands. Southeastern Termite and Pest Control can handle all of your termite and pest control needs, wood fungus and moisture barriers, real estate closing letters, and so much more. Southeastern, 731-660-1052.
Downtown is thriving, and the Blacksmith Restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
Serving the Jackson area for over 20 years. Carlock Automotive, Van Drive, Jackson.
And we are back, Dave, and we know we have listeners and watchers because I was informed of the fourth person I was trying to think of about who Molly Hawk at practice.
Okay.
Johnny Williams is sitting right below us.
Johnny Williams.
The former head coach of the Northside Indians.
Man, I tell you what. You know, Coach, over the years, coaching is such a fraternity. I mean, it doesn't matter if you're the baseball, football, basketball, whatever. Coaches have become a fraternity, and little do they know, everybody thinks, now don't get me wrong, there are coaches out there that really don't care for each other. But for the most part, when they run into each other on the street, they're friends and they respect each other, and a lot of them are a lot closer friends than they would hope people know. But the little things that come out of the conversations from coaches.
Well, you know, great. In Johnny's case, I not only worked with him, and he was also an assistant principal. I spent 4 years at Northside Junior and then moved over to the high school. He was already head coach, and he and Bud and O'Neill, then later Jerry Hayes before he went to Southside was an assistant at Northside, and worked with Alan Ford at the junior high some, and George Nailey, Ricky Collins. And you don't forget those things. But, Dave, I wish the officials and somebody says, well, you criticized them a while ago. Officials and the coaches in the old days, we'd go over to R.C. Johnson's house and the officials and the coach would be there after a basketball game.
Oh, and I'll tell you, yeah. I mean, look, this is not Memphis. This is not Nashville. This is Jackson, and I'm going to say that 90% of the coaches and officials know each other, and in a lot of cases, some of them may have coached those officials, but you know, it just comes down to a situation where, you know, you watch this go on, and coaches love each other, and they get their personalities, because I'm going to tell you this, being a Tennessee fan, okay, I used to love to watch the Johnny Major show, because Johnny was literally rooting for his team during the show.
Yeah.
And got to make that time, got to get that time, and he was hilarious and a great job on the way to do it. And the other one that I used to love to watch was Dana Kirk. Dana Kirk on his show.
Great?
He was great.
I got to tell a little story on Dana real quick.
Okay.
Because Kristen Gehring, who's Kristen Lee, and her daughters play at Trinity, and I know the Jackson Christian folks don't want to hear that, but you need to hear this story. Dana Kirk somehow got caught blocked in or something. The region tournament, he came to scout a kid he was going to try to sign from Christian Brothers. And I don't know whether it was Bubba or who it was.
Luckett.
Yeah.
It was Luckett.
It was at Luckett. And he was going to try to, you know, he was going to offer him and all that. Well, he had to stay and watch my girls play. And he fell in love with the way Kristen Gehring played. He came back on another night that Christian Brothers didn't even play just to watch Kristen. And you got to love Dana.
I will tell you, I loved watching Dana, and we say this, and I know we're talking about college, but it just runs across the board the way that coaches do what they do, and you know, there's no way you can tell me that Darby and Coach Butler they have not communicated with each other. Yes, they're rivals. Yes, they're on there, but you know that they do, and right now, What I'm seeing is two teams that know exactly what's at stake, what it means to win not just the rivalry game, but what it does to set you up as you go into postseason.
Oh, absolutely. These two young men, fine young men, both played college football, and they talk to each other, and they're nice. I've interviewed both of them.
Mm-hmm.
They're very articulate. And you got to get Blake's dad on sometime, Keith. Now, he's a good interview, too.
Yes.
But
is he the one for the Steelers?
Yes, he was their defensive coordinator. Played for the Seahawks, and I think he spent 2 years as a Cleveland assistant, too. But he was the defensive coordinator. And I'm going to tell you what, a lot of delightful people. You know, Coach Bullard, one of the great guys, and he helps with the Tuesday night show. Actually, he's the real power. I just introduce it, have a few questions, and Brian, he and Chase McLean, some of those people, Coach Phillips, Coach Riker, and I could go down. Coach Gillum, matter of fact, Aris that works with us in basketball as either a producer or director and can even run the camera, she may go to Peabody, but her dad is Coach Gillum of the Jackson Christian Eagles.
Well, and you know, it's they used to, of course, this is the used to, back when it was there was a conference. What conference was it here? I know they used to go to Johnson's all the time, but it was some kind of, it was named anyway.
You talking about the radio show down there?
No.
Okay.
The all of the schools in this area.
The Big Ten Conference.
Yes,
yeah.
and
the traveling trophy would be down there some.
Yes.
But they had a plaque on the wall that had each winner of. We played in conferences for the people that don't know here in Tennessee until 1969 football season.
Well, and I remember in 1982. It was my junior year at Overton, and we actually came up and played in the Lion Sight Bowl.
Oh, that was at Northside,
a
great bowl.
It sure was.
They had some bowls at Rothrock Stadium. I know they call it Lane now, but we had a crowd, and we played the conference championship game on Thanksgiving Day.
Really?
Yeah, it was. Most of the time it was either played at Jackson or Brownsville, and Brownsville hosted more of them because they were in the center of the conference, and some great times down there. But Coach's Day at Johnson's was great. They interviewed people. Dick Palmer, who's been a professional basketball and football announcer. He actually did some of the old Memphis Grizzlies games.
Well, and y'all did. Y'all had a Saturday morning show that all of the coaches used to show up.
Oh yeah. On Coach's
Corner or something like that.
We've had it twice. Once was the Coach's Corner, started by Dick Palmer. Then when they brought it back, they called it the original Coach's Corner because many people tried to duplicate it. And remember, often duplicated, often imitated, but never
duplicated.
Yeah.
Coach, I'm telling you what, man, we got 26 seconds and these teams are moving to the sidelines. You ready to get this second half on the way?
Yeah, we're about ready for some more Rock'em Sock'em robots, if you remember that day.
Yes.
This has been fun.
Man, it has. And you know, now we're going to kick off, and the one thing that I was talking to Greg Armour about is it's our decision to what we're going to take. And usually you defend the scoreboard, which it looks like we're doing. I don't like that because I want the wind in the fourth quarter. And right now we're not going to have that wind in the fourth quarter. Trinity is, because we have elected to defend the scoreboard. And that is the reason people say that is because in high school, most times you only have one scoreboard, and it's at one end of the field. So you defend the scoreboard to kick off at halftime, which means that you're going back towards the scoreboard. But when the wind dictates, you should go a little different, and I would be taking the win in the fourth quarter.
Dave, I am with you, and for the folks that don't know, Dave Wade has officiated and coached. I have officiated and coached. David stayed with the officiating a lot longer than I did. I only stayed about 5 years because my left eye went bad, Dave, and I didn't feel like I was doing the kids.
That's
right.
why they knew you as Left Eye Holloway.
That's right. Now, I can put that bead on you with the right eye. Here's Cisco's kickoff. This one's heading. It's out of here. The Yankees could use a few more of those in baseball, and it'll start on the 20.
You know, he came out, and Cisco was setting the ball on the tee, the purple tee that adorns the middle of the football field on the 50-yard line, and he was almost getting it over the bar, which is, again, why I wish we had the win in the fourth quarter.
He is a weapon, Dave.
Man. But here we go.
Well, I saw some old film, black and white film, and they called it a weepon, but he's a weapon, not a weepon. Here we go. TCA comes out. They're in the spread, technically, with 3 wide receivers to the left, a tight end to the right, going against, we had 2 down linemen and 2 stand-up. Daniel Green is in on defense close to us, number 85.
Now we lined up in the neutral zone to start this off. It's going to be 5 yards before the play. Somebody's head was over the line.
Gentlemen, we cannot shoot ourselves in the foot. Bad medicine. Now I'm talking like a Native American.
I love being with Coach Holloway.
Well, I am half Native American.
I know, so you can say that.
Here we go, the little screen pass out here. They bring a back out to block for him, and catching the football is Windsor, and he's going to get the first down plus about 5 more, so a pickup of 10. Unofficially, I do not have – that's 7 for 10, I believe, with an interception for Cade Butler. I keep wanting to call him by his dad's name.
You know, if he takes one step back and gets that throw and they release somebody from the other side down the field, they can throw a double pass right there. That may be what they're setting up.
They could do that, and they have done that this year before. This one will be a short game, but you got to give Tompkins credit. He gets a good push, even with all the people. We had about 8 people around. I see Jack Collins at the back. Wyatt Jones is in there. Let's see. Kai Wyatt is there, leaving somebody out.
Well, Tompkins listed at 6'1", 215.
Yeah. He's strong.
I think that's a little bit light.
Just a freshman, and he's strong. There's no body fat on that young man. Trips right, tight end to the left. Now something happened. Gentlemen, surely we didn't step into the neutral zone again.
That's going to be a false start against the guys in the black jerseys right there. Okay. So we're going to get them behind the stakes on a second down for once, Coach.
Well, remember, they've got a good swing pass game. They've got several. We haven't seen that. Middle screen is what I call it. I know last week on a different broadcast it was called a slant. It wasn't a slant. He just took off from his wide out spot and got behind the middle of the line. And you can go downfield right on that and block.
You sure can.
Here we go. 3 steps. They're going to swing it to Tompkins. We got people pursuing Tompkins' nice forearm or stiff arm, but he kind of helped himself go out of bounds then. And We got two people, Collins over there, and, of course, I want to say that's Chilton.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now, if I can, I'll take that play all day long right there. If you're getting him the ball with his back to the defense right there, he's got to turn around and get that momentum going. And if you're going to negate any of his power, that would negate it.
That was Chilton Smith over there. It's 3rd down and about 14. Dropping back, going to crank the javelin up across the center of the field. And we played it well, but we kind of knocked ourselves off the football. Jack Collins was there.
Well, Easton Jones did a great job as a safety. He just waited and waited until the ball was released, and then he knew he could make a play on it, got up and knocked the ball out. Could have probably been, but now we're going to see the first punt. Or
no, check the people. I see.
Okay.
One, if it's not a punt. If it's okay, this is going to be like a quick kick. Butler can kick it, but 10 is usually their punter when they're going to really try something. So they made us think about it. They got to look at how we will defend that. And with them, I'd play punt safe all the time.
Well, and that's exactly what Trinity wants to do. They don't want to give Jackson Christian any chance to return anything, because I said it before earlier in the game. Any return we get on punts and kickoffs goes to our advantage because of our speed.
And it goes to 1st and 10 on our own 35. The Jackson Christian Eagles come out there with a tight slot to the right. 2 men in the backfield with Gage Boykin. That would be Mosley and Boyd. And the handoff, Mosley cutting it up. And Mosley, he's got one man to beat. The man has an angle and a great tackle there, and that looked like Braden Waller.
Well, what a fantastic job from the offensive line. They just blew the hole open. Mosley got through there and then turned it to the outside left and was down the line.
And almost, well, let's see, about a 27-yard gain for Mosley.
Boy, he did a great job of containing himself through the whole thing.
Back in rolling to the right. Basically the same formation. TCA is going to send linebackers. They try Boyd to the left side. Boyd squeezes through, breaks one tackle, and for a little man, he's pretty strong. And now a host of TCA lines will get in there and get him.
Yeah, they still didn't get him down. I mean, he ended up standing up when the whistles were blown. He was not going down. But I'm going to promise you right now, what's happening is Boyd is getting lost behind those big men, and he's doing it perfectly. When I say getting lost, that's not anything bad. That's what I'm saying. He knows that he can stay in behind those linemen, and when he sees his crease, he's gone.
9-yard pickup, and they come out with a slot right. Mosley and Boyd in the backfield with Boykin. Pull the guards to the left. We're going to try to throw to Lance Rowland. We get him. He jukes one man, gets across the 20, the 15, breaks a tackle, stumbling, rumbling, and getting down to about the 1 or 2 yard. Well, they're going to say the 3.
Well, I'll tell you right now, we've done a good job of taking this ball, and we've got to put it in the end zone. It's not there yet, but our offense right now has not missed a beat at halftime. Matter of fact, it looks like we may have gone in and got re-energized.
Rowland with a great catch. Is that him going out? Hopefully he didn't hurt him. Fine young man. He's a senior this year. Has played several sports at Jackson Christian, just like we have Gage Boykin, plays basketball. Cam can run track, but he could play other things, but he's chosen to work on his football and his weights. He's got some schools looking at him. Of course, you know, Ole Miss and University of Memphis have looked at Mosley quite hard. Wyatt Jones in his blocking back, kind of a version of the jet sweep.
Yeah, you're not going to stop
and Mosley,
you're not going to
did
stop
you see
that.
how smooth he made that 3-yard touchdown look?
He was coming in motion from left to right, and as he came across, the snap was, and it was just handed to him. And that play is just very simple. He's going to continue to go side to side until he sees where he wants to be and sees the crease, and he saw it. And, Coach, he turned on a dime and just turned them hips, eased into the end zone untouched.
Austin Kelly to hold. Zach Cisco on to attempt the extra point. Here comes Tompkins to block it. He got a good rush, but Zach sped up just a hair and drove it through. It is 31-21. Jackson Christian with the lead. 8:33 to go in the third quarter. We'll take a timeout.
Looking for a new and exciting career? At Jackson State Community College, we offer nationally recognized, top-rated programs designed to greenlight your career for success. With courses available in the health sciences, nursing, computer technology, and much more, your next step towards a career starts here at Jackson State. Learn how Jackson State Community College can greenlight your future at greenlightyourfuture.com.
Don't get comfortable yet. It is 31-21. TCA very capable as long as Braden Waller is on the field. He's got 14 touchdown passes. Windsor is a good receiver. Delk plays a lot of tight end, but they could throw to him. Cooper Vales has good hands.
Mm-hmm.
Now, our offense looked much better then. Our blocking was crisp, and that's what they got to continue that. You don't ease up. Cisco will tee it up from the right hash mark on the 40. Let's see if he's going to get any help. He's going to get some, a little less with the wind, but he's strong enough. He got it there last week without any wind. This one is hit, going. It's out of the stadium.
It went out. Okay, he's gone from 60 to 72 yards now. This is a 72-yard flight of a kicked football.
I'm going to tell you what you need to do, Jackson Christian fans. Next week, you get you some numbers or something and put KO or something on it and tack one up to the press box wall where everybody can see it every time he kicks one in the end zone.
Well, I'm going to say this and go out on a limb. I believe that at some point soon he's going to kick on Saturday.
Yep, I think so too. Easton Jones in at the one high safety. Here's Tompkins. This time we almost had it, and we let him get outside on us a little bit. We started to play that one really well, but he ran a little hesitation step.
Yeah, he did, and it was a good job of him to get everything that he could get out of it, and it looks like it's going to be a first down. If it touched the 30, it's going to be a first. No reason to measure it. It's first down. If it touched 30, there we go. Going to be a first down because it started at the 20. Now, right now we're in a bend but don't break. Make sure we keep them behind the stakes if we can.
They do. Push them back, get them in a loss and force a situation. One back, trips left. The give, and that wasn't an RPO. It was straight give. And I'm going to tell you what, Tompkins generated some power.
Yes, he did.
Down at the bottom, that looked like Chilton Smith in this half having a very good game defensively. He's been in a lot of plays.
He's doing a good job, as it comes in. And now, with the short yardage, okay.
Yeah.
I lost my train of thought.
Well, that happens sometimes. Short side of the field is the trips. Wide side, there's room to work, and he's going to try. He being the great young running back, Tompkins, he got a short game, but he got a positive yardage out of it. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 2.5.
Yeah, 3rd, 2.5, and now that I've got my thoughts about me again, very low snap. Good job by Butler to get the ball to Tompkins, but this right here is a big-time play to force Trinity into making a decision.
Man in motion, jet sweep, and I think somebody moved. What do you think, Brother Dave?
Well, I think Thompson, what he did was he went in motion, and I think he turned it upfield a little bit soon. So that's going to back him up into a 3rd down and what's going to be probably a long 7. And, Coach, now it becomes big time that we hold them because I don't think Trinity can go for it on this side of the field with a long 4th down.
We've got to come up and cover them tighter, and they may send Tompkins out into one of the flats, and he's been open every time he's been there. They're going to fake. They're going to throw across the middle, and there's the slant or the look-in, whatever you want to call it, and it's complete for a 1st down.
Well, our defensive back on the right-hand side was facing the receiver, but he was 17 yards off of the ball. They didn't need but 7. That is a very, very, very easily called play, a very easy pass to be thrown, and there's no problem right there. We got to come up and force them.
For 1st and 10 on the 46-yard line, ball in the middle of the field. They're going to circle like a screen, but that was just a cover for Tompkins running up the middle. That time the Jackson Christian defense got in the gaps, did much better. There's Chilton Smith, Daniel Green, who I think's got a future as a linebacker. He's just in the junior year. He has played baseball in the past, but he's concentrated on football. I think somebody's going to get him. He reminds me of Ted Hendricks, the Mad Stork.
I'll tell you, you're exactly right. You're exactly right.
2nd and 9, a gain of 1. Tompkins going a long way this time. He's not had the breather this time. He'll get about 2, maybe 3 on this one.
Well, Coach, they say that running backs get stronger as they carry the football, but he is carrying such a load. And he has driven and driven and driven, and here he's going to come out for a little rest right here. You know, when he's run a pile, that takes a lot of energy out of somebody. So now is the time we've got to stick it to him. Get up on him face to face.
Well, let's see if this is Weiser and Waller and one other receiver to the right, to the left, tight end. They're going to throw the little screen. It's supposed to be a screen, and I'm going to tell you what, Jack Collins blew it up.
Jack Collins played that exactly the way you're supposed to. He was actually about 5 yards off of the ball, and the minute that receiver took that step back, he read the play, recognized it, came very, very hard but under control, and made sure he got a hand on him where he couldn't go nowhere.
4th and 7, they are going for it. And it will be a pass play, I can tell you that now. They tried to make us jump off sides. Good job by the Jackson Christian line there. We flinched but didn't move. Control rush this time, gentlemen. Discipline. Trips right. Sprinting to his right. Butler. Butler's got a receiver, and was he wide open? You could have turned a cartwheel, whistled Dixie, and chewed a pack of gum. He was so open.
Man, he came down about 20 yards down the hash, and all he did was just find that opening in the zone, and a great job by Cade Butler to be able to find his tight end who had just settled into a very voided spot for a big first down conversion on 4th down.
You're right about that, Dave. And now it's 1st and 10, and here running Moore has gotten good yards. He found a hole in the A-gap, and he rumbled like a train.
He did. He went through, and right now one of the worst things that could be happening for Jackson Christian is here comes Thompson back into the ball game after getting about a 2.5 to 3 minute blow.
And he got a good rest. And that's not good because he can run like a demon. 2nd and 8, or 2nd and 2, actually. He gained 8 yards. Got to give him credit. They're going to give Thompson. He's going to look for a hole. He's found one. Well into our secondary, across the 20, down to about the 17-yard line, so a pickup of 7. And he is over 100 yards unofficially.
Well, and anybody that doesn't know, think about going outside and watching the BFI garbage disposal truck come by and try to tackle it.
Yeah, and he's a lean guy in there too.
Yes.
It's all muscle. 1st and 10 is what they're saying now, so another first down. They've got about 16 of those rascals. Here's the play. Tompkins is loose. Give him 6. 17 yards on the carry.
Well, I mean, there's just there's no way to say it. Is right now the first down conversion on 4th and 8 gave them a little bit of life. Tompkins got a little rest. They come back in and stick it in the end zone, and they can turn this into a 3-point game again.
And probably will. Holsinger is like Cisco, good kicker. His kick is up. Oh, it's right down the middle, and it's 31-28. 31-28 your score with 3:27 to go in the third quarter play. Jackson Christian leads. We'll be back on the Jackson Christian Worthy Road Studios Network.
Do you want your smile to say it all? At Elite Dental Care, we'll make you and your family feel comfortable and secure with a variety of services and state-of-the-art care. We offer sedation dentistry that will make your time in the dental chair comfortable and relaxed. Come by and see our newly renovated and expanded office in Jackson, or one of our other convenient locations in Trenton or Dyersburg. Trust your smile with Elite Dental Care, and let your smile say it all.
We are back. Jackson Christian leading by only 3 now, expecting a very important kickoff. Now, I will also say this. This young man that kicks for them, Holsinger, very talented at the onside kick, David.
Well, and you know, that's the kind of thing that you've got to be awake for, because and that's game-changing, and both of these coaches have been known to do it.
Oh, yes. Mosley deep, hoping that he can get one. DeMoss, and it's going, and let's see if we can get it. DeMoss has it right to goal line. He's got to return it, and he kind of had a stumble step, I call it, and he's not even going to get back to the 20. So bad field position. Well, the lunge will get him across the 20, but that is not good field position.
No, and you know, well, and if it had gone into the end zone, would have been at the 20 anyway. So, I mean, it's not where we wanted to because we returned. But you're exactly right. as he was running, you start to look and everything, and sometimes that little turf monster, he just reaches up and he grabs that toe and he throws you off balance. And once that happens, it's kind of hard to regain it.
David, it is imperative that we answer right here. And here we go. First down across the 30. Spinning across the 35 is Cam Boyd for a 15-yard pickup.
Cam Boyd is doing a fantastic job of running the football tonight. He is controlling exactly what he wants to do. He's getting the open holes, and it's a pleasure to watch him run the football tonight.
Roland, Banky, and Mosley to the right of the formation. We're going back left almost like a counter play. Boyd is loose. He's across the 50. He's going to get hit and brought down, though, in TCA territory at the 47-yard line.
Well, he's forcing the defensive backs. Now he's forcing the safeties to make tackles. And when you're doing that, that means you're 15 to 17 yards down the field before we do it. And, I mean, this right now, you got to hand it. The offensive line is the one that's opening these holes that are springing him to that defensive back.
Another first down. You'll get official stats at the end of the game from Greg Armour. One receiver to the left. They pull the guards. They pull the H back. This time TCA did a good job of infiltrating the B gap.
Yeah, he just got through the B gap right there. We were coming around to try to get outside to try to seal it off, and Cam just got a hand on him. And unlike the other running back, he's powerful, but he's not 6'1". So, and I think he may have been a little tired.
2nd and 8. Trips right. They're going to fake to him. No, they gave to him all. It's good fake by Gage Boykin, and he's going to rip off about 5, maybe 6 yards.
If you saw what I saw, Coach, Gage decides to keep this ball at any point. He can go into the end zone with it stuck in his back pocket,
That's
and
right.
I don't believe anybody will know that he's there.
Gage can run like man of war, and that's actually a compliment. That was a great racehorse.
Was.
People really don't know what he can do with the football. He's got us some big first downs this year. Now a possession down, although we're probably in 4-down territory. 3rd and 4, ball on the 36. This time a rolling spin handoff. Mosley's going to be held up short unless he gets it on surge. Here comes the push by the lineman. TCA linemen win this push, though.
Well, we're going to end up in a 4th down in less than a yard. Maybe it'll be a yard, but probably going to be just a little bit less. And there's no question we're going for this. There's no way in the world that we're in no man's land, a little far for a field goal. But, there's right now, I hope Cam's in the game. I'm just going to hand it to my man, and my athlete hopefully is better than your athlete.
4th and 1. We don't get under center, so don't get all excited. 39 seconds. Ball closer to the left hash mark. Mosley is coming to the slot in the right. Boyd is back in the backfield. Now we're going to shift. He's going to the left. Wyatt Jones to the right. Green to the right. They're going to give to Boyd. He's got it with ease, spinning, get some extra yardage. One man has a chance to get him at the 10-yard line, and that's where he takes it down.
That young man's having a game. He is having a career game right now. He has seen the field better than I think that he has seen it all year long, knows exactly what he's doing and in sensing it. And, Coach, it looks like that's going to take us to the 4th quarter.
It will take us to the 4th quarter with Jackson Christian leading by 3, 31-28. Let's take a timeout.
This could be a true story. On October 3rd, a 2003 hatchback struck and killed a deer that goes by the name Buck. I know, right? He now has Buck's head proudly displayed on his living room wall. He tells a different story.
Shot it.
No, he didn't.
And to hide his lie, he took his car to Mitchell's Body Shop.
No, I didn't.
Yes, he did. And lucky for him, they made it look good as new. And as for Buck, the story continues.
Boy, we are back, Dave. I started talking before every time turned the sign up and stuff. And what a game of real white knucklers, we told you. We've had our word of the night brought to you by the letters J and C. Mollyhawk a couple of times. Slobberknocker, white knuckler. It's been a track meet. Both coaches have bottles of Pepto-Bismol with them right now.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, these are fun games to watch. They're terrible games to coach because you know that you got to match, and you're constantly having to do it. Now, to start this, Coach, we're going to be in a 1st and goal from the 10. Very important we put some points on the board.
And we send 2 receivers to the left, Boyd in the backfield. They send Mosley in motion. And Mosley got hit but pushed him away, and he's going to be close. He smelled the goal line, but he couldn't quite take a bite out of it.
Well, once again, I'll say it, and it's going to happen if they want it to, is that if Boykin runs that play and keeps that ball, he's standing over in the end zone, and we're just hoping that the officials don't blow invertent.
Yeah, I think they're saving that for later when they really need it. Now, I see the strategy. Banky, Mosley to the right, wide side to the left. Boyd in the backfield. It's going to him. He's going to try the left side. This time they got good penetration. And let's see if we can find that young man's number. He's turned sideways where you can't see it, but the TCA defender, it's 50-something, isn't it, Dave?
No, it looks like
52. Is it 52
52 or 62?
Well, let's see who those 2 young men are on that roster. 52 would be Will Keltner.
Actually,
it's Keltner. That's who it is.
Keltner.
Keltner is a very fine player. 3rd and a big one. You really wanted to get it in. That we're back. Remember, the quarterback's about 7 yards deep. Mosley to the left. He's going to go in motion. It's going to be the jet sweep. No, they fake it. Come across. Boyd has put his tiptoes on the white line. Touchdown, Jackson Christian.
Fantastic call right there. They bring the motion that had been so effective, and he comes across. He just puts it in his belly, pulls it out, knowing that the linebackers are going that way. And what happens? Cam takes it right through the gap into the end zone for 6.
Now, David, last week at FACS, the Memphis officials really started ragging us about the towel that we have to bring out on the field with us. That one is good. There's no even question about that one. And that makes the score 38-28, the 10-point lead, but there's still a long 11 minutes and 14 seconds left. Let's take that timeout on Jackson Christian Network.
Thompson & Smith, the area's premier independent insurance brokerage, has been serving families and businesses in the region through its founding companies since 1927. With their many insurance company partners, Thompson & Smith provides insurance products for family, home and auto, contractors, retailers, restaurants, manufacturers, medical and dental clinics, as well as any other business or organization seeking quality coverage, risk management expertise and customer-focused service. Call them today to discuss your insurance needs.
Jackson Christian leads by 10. Dave Wade, Coach Joe Holloway, Worthy Road Studios. And please thank our fine sponsors. This time the advantage on the kickoff goes back to TCA. They've moved up 2 of their people at the 5. Waller will move around and not set himself. If it's going to be harder to reach the end zone this time.
Yeah, we got he is now kicking from the north going to the south end zone, which the wind is coming out of the south, probably about 5 to 7 miles an hour.
Waller deepest back. Here comes Cisco's kick, end over end. Heads towards the far side of the field, taking it to 1. Bends it back up the middle, running around, and a nice return, get it out to about the 21 or 22-yard line.
Good job right there of getting down, staying in the lanes. He tried to make a move left to come up the middle, but we stayed in our lanes down the field, forcing him to go sideways. And once you get a returner going sideways like that, they are much easier to control than a north to south runner.
Okay, 2 yards better than any field position here in the second half for TCA. They'll come straight to the line of scrimmage. Blake Butler talking to him, their head coach. Darby Palmer, Coach Bullard, Coach Phillips, Coach Riker, Coach Gillum, and I know I'm leaving somebody out. Chuck Ray helps with the program too. Greg Armour, you heard him earlier. Carrier to this side. Let's see who's going to get the slot man. It looks like Blake Rowland. They send a man in motion to the left of the formation. They run off the left tackle and yardage, but very little. And I see Daniel Green there. I see Chilton Smith. Boy, Chilton's having a heck of a game. And one of our young men on the bottom of it, he really messed that play up for him.
Yeah, and that's what we need. We need to keep them in this situation where they have to be able to throw the ball because we will be able to eventually defend it.
Now, I cannot see his number, and he didn't get up. We're at an angle that fake and the pass over the middle, and again, they posted up and found that guy for a first down. Only it's Windsor this time.
Man, I'm going to tell you right there, I'm sorry, you got to give credit where credit was due. Cade Butler threw that ball right over the linebacker's head and dropped it in right in front of the defensive back. That was a great defensive play, but a fantastic throw by Mr. Butler.
I've got him for 17 first downs unofficially. Here's Tompkins trying to right side. This time good defense, and the young man still gets a yard and a half out of it.
Now, that's what I really like to see right there, because Eli Craig came in and got a hold of him, and when he did, he immediately this alligator rolled and took him off of his feet, got him down immediately.
Waller to the right. They started and acted like they was going to run the hurry up. They didn't catch us off guard, so they back out, and Coach Butler, who is his own offensive coordinator, signals the play in. Trips left. Ball low on the ground. They're going to throw out there. They've got a receiver. He's going to get one block from Tompkins, and he made a man miss, and we have to knock him out of bounds, and there's another one of those mollyhawk tackles.
Yeah, and that was the second time that they've taken a low snap that looked like the play had been botched and ended up getting it. And, Coach, that was a backward pass. If that's not caught, that is a live ball, because I sat here and watched. He threw it probably 2 yards deep, but they end up going down the line getting the first down.
They really do, and we have got to tackle better than we're tackling. That's an important point we brought out to you earlier. Tompkins hitting the backfield and slung down by Caleb Newsom, the dog linebacker.
Well, that is what you got to do. You've got to let him know, because you'll see him coming right now to the sidelines to get a little rest right there. He does not like to take the big hit, but now is the time to put it on him behind the chains.
Let's see if we go press coverage man-to-man. No, we're going to play them loose. It's 2nd and 11. 3 receivers to the right. They're going to try the running back, Moore, and Moore's going to get the yard back, but it's going to bring up 3rd and 10 according to my calculations.
Play of the game right here, Coach. We got to keep them deep into the not just hold them from a first down. Keep them at least 5 yards from the first down, because you know for sure they're going to go for it.
Favorable spot for Jackson Christian because he made it back to the line. So it's 3rd and 11 still. It's a pass play. They're going to try to post up again, and they throw out here to the side. It's going to be 4th down, but it's a makeable first down. A good catch and run. And I want to say that was Cooper Vales.
Well, they got to go down by 10. They're going to go quick.
It's going to be a pass play, too, unless they run the jet sweep. Now they're going to run tight slot with a receiver to the left way outside of the slot. They've got Braden Waller working one-on-one with Trent Carrier, but Mosley is showing that he's going to slide over and give some help on this. It's purely a pass play. They're going to go outside to Moore. Will he get it? Yes, he did with the spot.
Yeah, Spot's going to give it to him. He's going to get it by a yard. That was a big, big, big first down for Trinity to keep themselves alive in this ball game.
Now, it's interesting because in that situation, besides the other routes they have, they're going to slide the running back, especially when it's Moore, and they'll do it with Tompkins, too, out into that flat area.
Yeah, they want to get him out just one-on-one with that outside linebacker and defensive back.
And the ball is snapped to Tompkins, and he blasted through there. Wyatt Jones makes the tackle, but a great gain.
Yeah, it doesn't take much to get fired up, and that's what happened right there. He got fired up.
8 minutes and 5 seconds and counting left. It's 2nd down, about 6. Ball on the right hash mark, and we are making some substitutions on defense. A tight trips or 3 receiver formation here to the right. Wide side, and they're going to try to get Tompkins bounced out there. He's not going to make the first down, but he's going to be within a yard and a half of it.
Yeah, they're getting a big dose right now of Tompkins, and that's what they want. They want to just constantly keep feeding him the football, because he has definitely been the bell cow, and what I mean by that is the entire team is following him, and he is controlling that offense.
3rd and a short 3. Butler, the quarterback. Tompkins they're in the pistol this time. They're going to they pull the guards, get him out. He cuts up. He's going to be close. I think the spin, it got it then. He got good body leverage on the lean when he spun then. Jack Collins, one of the tacklers.
Well, and the one thing that this is happening, Coach, is this drive has taken about 4 minutes off of the clock. So it is a situation where when Jackson Christian gets the ball back, if we can hang on to it for a little while, we may be able to put it away. But right now, I would love to see a stop.
Wide side of the field to the right. 1st and 10. Butler's going to throw over the middle, and he's got a receiver on that slant or a post pattern, and that is Waller. And we didn't have anybody close to him.
I'm going to tell you right now, Butler is a quarterback. He is a very, very poised young man, throws a good pass, and great call by Coach Butler. He did exactly what he needed to do. He had sucked the linebackers up to stop the run. He throws right over the top of them for a touchdown.
Yes, and that will bring on the extra point man. He hits this, and they're back within 3. This is not where you want to be, and its snap is good. The kick is going to be good, I'll tell you early. And this game is tightened down to Jackson Christian 38, TCA Lions 35.
Coach, what you've got here is you've got a running into the holder, and they're going to call this, so they're going to get to kick 15 yards closer.
See, this is about the third. This one not as crucial as some of them.
Yeah.
But this is the spot where TCA would more than be happy. We're going to keep it here to have an onside kick.
And I agree with you 100%. I know that, we're in a 3-point ball game right now. So he's going to get to see what he wants to do. And bottom line is that, he's going to take it on kickoff. And TCA will kick instead of the 40. I mean, they would move up to the 45 of the other side, and you should definitely be able to do it because the wind's with you. I mean, this kid can put it in the end zone from the 40.
Well, Dave, they're lining up at the 40. Now
they're going to move it. They're going to move it. I mean, you either got to do one or two things here, Coach. You either onside kick it from the 45, which means you give it to them at the 35 if they get it, or you punch it in the air, try to give your team a chance to get down there and pin them deep. But
this is where
I'm
your
onside
receiver
kicking
probably needs to signal for a fair catch if it's
yeah, and if you do that, it's just like a punt. You're granted, and they can't touch you. You're fixing an onside kick. It's going to surprise me if you don't.
Let's see. They haven't overloaded a side, but now they have several that they use with Holsinger. It is the onsider, and we missed it. Now it's going to be a wrestling match. Ty goes to the
receiving team, but I think Jackson Christian was able to corral it before he come flying in there. That was extremely close. That kick took a good bounce. But they had to try it. I think it's a great call. Now, we take advantage of it by getting the ball at the 32-yard line, and this is where now we've got to control this. I mean, I'll take a score in 2 seconds if we get it, but I would love to eat about 4 or 5 seconds, minutes off this clock and then score.
We're going to go trips right. The H-back is to the right of the formation. They run Boyd. He cuts it up. He's going to get 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I thought I saw a face mask, and there it comes. And Boyd toughening out, and we're going to get a little help from our linemen. And a rugby scrum at about the 47 of the TCA Lions.
Yeah, and there are going to be 15 more tacked onto it because not only did he grab his face mask, he spun it around, so it's definitely not going to be a 5-yarder. But Cam did a great job of continuing to motor on after he got his face mask pretty much snatched.
Yeah, Joey Carr lost his headgear again.
Tighten those chin straps, young man.
I'm going to get you one of those old double chin straps I've still got at home, the ones with the 2 things up here, and they got stuff to make it tighten up down here.
Absolutely, boy.
Joey, a great player, and he was all excited for the ball game. He wanted to have a good game, and he's had a good game.
He's had a good game, yeah. He's done a very, very good job.
1st and 10 for the Eagles on the TCA 34-yard line. 6:25 and counting left here in this contest. Trips, only a different version of trips. You could throw the little quick screen out there. They're going to try it. And this time TCA played it well, got through it, and Mosley's going to make something out of nothing. And he has made a lot out of nothing. Check for yellow flags, Dave. I don't see any.
No, I don't see any mustard on the field, and what a fantastic job by Mosley when he caught that ball. That was all him. He had two blockers out there that had engaged in their blocks. He read them perfectly, and then he was one-on-one with the defensive back.
First down, Jackson Christian School wanting to punch one in. Clock arrested at 6:03.
I love when you say that.
They holding a gun on the clock. No, trips left, one back, Boyd. They give to Boyd. He bounces right and runs right into a tackle, but that was the only hole there because they had the A-gaps on both sides jammed up.
Yeah, but I don't know why, but I'm okay with that right now. That clock keeps running. Each team still has their allotted 3 timeouts, but at this point, we're not running our up offense. We're taking time. Get some time off that clock because if we score, they have to have 2 scores.
Well, actually, it is 2nd and 11. Ball on the 16. Trips left. Boyd to that side, to the left. Let's see if we shift any. And I see the yellow handkerchief. Did we move, Dave?
Yes, we did. It's going to be a false start against us, so we're going to go back a little bit more, but it's still 2nd down.
Shooting ourselves in the foot. And you got to watch. The TCA linebackers will dance up in there and jump, which can, as long as they don't cross the line of scrimmage, they can move anywhere they want.
Yeah, they just can't bark. If they chirp something out, that is a delay game on defense, but they can come in and out as long as they don't cross the line.
2nd and 16. Mosley, they looking, and we almost threw an interception, and their defensive back, number 21, he knew he missed one. That was Nick Jones, the junior. We had a good idea, but Nick played it perfectly.
Yeah, that's not what you want right there. Because that's a pick 6.
Yeah, he's gone because he would have gotten past anybody that could have tackled him. I thought we had Mosley open if we just stood up and threw it out there to him, but that wasn't what was called. So you cannot criticize coaches. Big 3rd and 16, 5:20. Clock is stopped. Here's Mosley in motion. They run the counter to Boyd. He's not going to get that, but he's going to get good yardage. And now it's a decision. Do you go for the field goal or you keep trying to get your first down and score?
Well, we've only stopped them once. They're going to send the field goal unit out, and they're going to take the points here. But, right now, if you put this on the board, then, you got a 6-point lead with what's going to be about 4:30 when this is all said and done. And it means if they score and kick an extra point, they go ahead. We got to really buckle down on defense.
Yeah, 4:42 left. Cisco looks like about, a 29-yard attempt from close to the right hash mark. It's up. It's good. And I had to hold my breath on that one. It is 41-35 with 4:30 left. And this game is not over. Let's take a quick timeout and let everybody catch their breath.
Dynamics Physical Therapy, your elite provider in sports medicine and performance. Now serving communities throughout West Tennessee.
We are back. I'm going to get some Pepto-Bismol. This is a white knuckler now. It's not just slobber knocker. No, that we've had some mollyhawks and all that good stuff. This is a white knuckler. I don't have any fingernails, Dave.
Well, chomp, chomp, chomp. This
I'm
one,
not coaching.
Yeah, and this one is going to be hard to get in the end zone. It looks like the wind has picked up just a little bit now. So we have got to stay in the lanes. Do not give them any chance to return this ball to good field position.
And we don't want Waller returning it. The young man, not only is a talented receiver, he can run with the football. Cisco approaches the football, and it's high up in the air, a directional kick. They're going to make a man, and he fumbles it. It's loose. Who gets it? That's the all-important question. Rugby time on the field. The Jackson Christian's bench is motioning their way, but the officials make the final decision. One of our coaches is all excited, too. It'll be a wrestling match. I think that they are going to give it to TCA.
Well, I tell you what, if you've never played this game, what goes on at the bottom of them piles is unspeakable. You cannot imagine what gets pinched, pulled, prodded, poked, bit. I'm telling
jabbed,
you.
and a few other words we can't use.
Absolutely. You do not want to be at the bottom of one of them piles.
Ball looks like it is on the 24.
That'd be it's a 28.
Oh, it's 28. 28, yeah. I'm sorry. Man in motion. They're just going to give it to the big man, let him try to rumble. We get to him. Jolton Smith is there. Carrier's there. There's two more young men. Kai Jones is there. And Tompkins is down, and a lineman, it looks like, is down.
Yeah, we got two. They're going to pick Tompkins up. He was just sitting there, but they knew they had the lineman down. And Coach Tompkins just I don't mind him when he just skips sideways, and then finally decides to turn it up because his power's straight ahead.
Yeah, he darts. When he darts into the hole, he is a very dangerous runner.
That looks like a cramp, Coach.
Yeah, hopefully that's all it is. He will be a very dangerous back. There's 4:04 on the clock, and if anybody could from Jackson Christian's side, they'd like to make that clock run here.
Well, we talked about it in the pregame of what we thought it was going to be. I don't think that we really thought that there was going to be 76 points scored on the scoreboard at this moment, but we thought that was going to be close. Come down to see who had the ball, and they were going to really knock each other, around out there. And boy, it's not disappointed us.
You're right, Halen Wilkerson, the junior, 56, comes off. It's good to see him under his own power. Let's see. They're either going to try a slant. They've got a bunch-type formation. I thought the wide receiver may have left early, sprinting to his right, throwing, and a nice catch by Waller. And Waller's got room to run, and we're not tackling again very well there to our 40-yard line.
I'm going to tell you that Butler is probably one of the better quarterbacks I've seen in high school, being able to drop the ball over people's heads right to his receiver, and he's not a big player. He is probably 5'8", 5'9", maybe, but great presence in the pocket.
And we shuffle around. The trips, three receivers to the left. Spread formation they give to Tompkins, and he's going to get 5, 6, maybe 7, depending on the spot of the football. And sometimes the spots have been generous for both teams.
Well, Coach, your two-a-days that happen, all your weight room, everything that you have done all year long is coming down to right now. You have got to just absolutely bow up, reach down and find that other gear and push people around out there. It's going to be hard. It's been a long ball game, but we're going to have to play defense.
Leading by 6, Jackson Christian on defense, 2:55 and counting. Here's the give to Tompkins. He's going to be short of the 30, which should put him, unless he gets one of those generous spots, should be short of the first down by a yard. The clock will keep moving at 2:42, but actually, if I'm TCA, I like the situation I'm in. I'm moving the football. I'm in their territory, the opposition, and I'm going to run the clock down so low and try to score a touchdown and not give them the football back with any time.
Exactly.
Power to the left of the formation. They come back right. Hole is there, and Tompkins is rumbling, and he's all the way down to the 15-yard line. Another first down for TCA, and right now with the clock arrested, even though they're behind, it's in their favor.
Well, it is going to be very, very, very important that you get in here and just disrupt that backfield, because they are able to do anything right now as this clock ticks down.
Butler under quarterback, back to a pistol-style formation. They're going to shift the H-back to the left side. They're going to give. Tompkins has got room. We've not shut that hole. He cuts it back up, and he gets about 3 yards and is pushed back. Both teams have all 3 timeouts.
Well, they're gonna leave it down and constantly run this thing. They're not going to worry until they get under a minute before they start pulling their timeouts out of their pocket.
They fully believe that we cannot stop them.
I think that's exactly right. And what we've got to do is force a mistake.
Got to have tighter coverage. Watch for the slant or the post. They're going to give to Tompkins again. He's going to go off left tackle. He'll get down to about, he's over the 10 a little bit. Now TCA will call a timeout. No, Jackson Christian does.
Yeah, they call a timeout just in case anything happens. They want the ball back. But right now, Coach, you've got to tell your defensive backs, you got to tell your linebackers, look, you got to protect against that slant across the middle. Defensive line, you're going to have to push through there and get it disrupted because I have a feeling you're about to see that slant.
3rd and 5. I really don't think that TCA, even if it gets down to 4th down, will go for a field goal. They're either going to run what they think is their best running play or they will run their best pass play here. They're not going to wait and save it for anything. They're going to try to make it happen right here.
Yeah, they're not going to worry about it now.
Or get the first down.
Yeah, and once again, is if we get the ball back with any time left on this clock, we will be kicking a field goal to end to about a 7 to 8 mile an hour wind that has picked up in the 4th quarter.
And they will kick it into the end zone. Weiser goes to the left. Single wide out is Waller here, and he needs to be double covered right now. They bring Mosley over on him. Now they're going to send Carey back out there, but it's a running play.
That's a hold.
That's a hold, and that's going to help. The clock will be arrested at 1:02. They may ask for a second to be put back. Don't tell me offsetting penalties.
Well, you're going to get it because Jackson Christian just pulled a no-brainer. There's no reason in the world to be wrestling with somebody on the ground. So what you're going to get is a hold during the live ball foul, and then you got a dead ball unsportsmanlike. So at the end of this, they're supposed to mark both of them off. There should be a 5-yard gain because it's going to be half the distance.
1:02 left.
Let me see what this call is.
Yeah, David will have to interpret this one for me because I never had this call when I was officiating.
All right, we got a holding against TCA and then a dead ball personal foul against Jackson Christian. So you mark the 10 off, and then you're going to go half the distance. It's a 15-yard penalty from the 20, so you end up right back where you were, and it's going to be 3rd down. The down counts because it was a dead ball foul. No, excuse me. The down doesn't count. We accepted the penalty. Now those are the mental mistakes you can't do.
No, you can't do that.
No, you can't.
I know everybody at Jackson Christian Land is praying, crossing fingers, doing all kinds of things. We just got to play football and outplay them on the next 2 plays.
Yeah, they're going to get this right, and it is right.
And again, Waller on 3rd and 5 is to the right. Tompkins in the backfield with Butler. They're going to pass. It's across the middle, touchdown, and it's a tie score. We have not stopped that all night tonight.
No, and that's that little slant across the middle, and they just find their way into it. But, Coach, I'll tell you, I was about to say if they got a 1st down, it would not kill me to let them score. We've got 50 seconds left. We did it with 30. We got to get a little closer, but we got 50 seconds left to get the ball into field goal range.
And the kick is up. It looks good. It is good. And TCA has taken a 1-point lead at 42-41. We're going to take a 30-second timeout.
The most important benefit when you buy from Jones Chevrolet at Three-Way? Peace of mind. Jones Chevrolet's warranty forever comes with every qualifying new and pre-owned vehicle. Powertrain coverage for as long as you own your vehicle. Find out more at Jones Chevrolet in Three-Way.
We are back, and now what could have been jubilation for Jackson Christian turns into desperation. Dave, 57 seconds is not that long.
No, we've got our 3 timeouts. Actually, we've got 2 timeouts left. And once again, is that the clock will stop on all 1st downs or out of bounds and incompletions. Coach,
well,
but
here's
this is
the problem.
We're into the wind.
To kick it that deep Blake Butler is enough gambler. He could onside kick it.
Oh,
We've
no.
got to. Yes, he could.
He could.
I don't think he will,
No.
but he could.
I'm going to make him go all of that distance in this. But once again, because of what we chose to do, we chose to have the wind, and this wind is now blowing a lot harder than it was at half.
We've used one of our timeouts. It's deep. It's way over the receiver's head. So we got 80 yards to go in 57 seconds with only 2 timeouts.
Well, I think what we're looking at here is we're going to have to get the ball to about, I'm going to say the 25-yard line. If we can get it to the 25-yard line, I believe that we could try possibly a 43-yard field goal. Anything more than that is going to be really hard to manage.
Here's Boykin rolling to his right, looking. He throws it. It's complete. We got to get out of bounds, and we do. About a 6, maybe a 5-yard pickup.
And that's what we need to do is work the sidelines. We do have timeout, so if somebody does break in the middle of the field, we can get it.
Took 9 seconds, though, off the clock. It'll be 2nd and 4. Banky and Rowland come to the left. Here's Mosley coming with them. 3 men rushing, 8 deep. We don't get the block completed, but we do get a good block for Boyd. He's got a first down, which should stop the clock at the 40.
44 seconds, we get the first down. Got plenty of time, no reason to hurry here.
Here's the handoff to Boyd again. He's running. He bumps into his own man, gets another first down. And I'm going to tell you what, there was a hand awful close to that face mask.
Got another first down. I think you're going to get. Yeah, got a timeout, Jackson Christian, and I think this is a good timeout. Let everybody get their breath.
We're going to take a timeout and come back with 29 seconds.
Downtown is thriving, and the Blacksmith Restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
If you work outside or in a facility with no AC, or you're just struggling with this year's heat wave, it can really take a toll on your body and health. At Live Hydration Drip Spa, we can help you recover with our Beat the Heat special for only $59. Call or visit us online today to set your appointment.
Back with 29 seconds left, Jackson Christian's football. They're on the 46-yard line of TCA. Let's see if they choose to drop 8 back again. They do, they being TCA. Here's the little shovel, and we're running. We're not going to get much, and we get a couple of tough yards, and DeMoss gets out of bounds, which is a good thing. Yeah, 23 seconds left. That play took 6 seconds. The first play in this drive took 9 seconds, which you got to keep it under 7 seconds if you can on these plays.
Well, we're looking at about 20 yards. 20 yards to have a legitimate shot because of the wind.
This is like throwing a football through the eye of the needle with 8 guys dropped. Tompkins comes on a late delay. We got part of it. We'll have to use. Will we have to use our last timeout? No, the clock stops with 16 seconds. But we better be up on the football.
You need to clock it here.
I think we've got to have 10 more yards.
I think you're right. I don't like the timeout right there. I think you should have come up, you clock it. That gives you 2 plays to get it closer. Well, now, anything across the middle that does not go beyond the first down stake could possibly run this game out.
Dave, did they take one of our timeouts? Because TCA still got 3 timeouts.
Yeah, remember
and they called one.
We called one down here when they were driving. And then we've called one
we
here.
We have none. But yeah. I thought TCA took a timeout.
No, that was our timeout.
Well, that was a wasted timeout. Or I'm like you. I would have clocked it here. You maybe lost 1-2 seconds.
Right. Well, you take your running ability away right here. Now it has to be a pass. It has to be a 10-yard pass. The only running that you could do is a sweep, and if they get you in bounds, you're in trouble.
Yep. Mosley. Motion, but dropping back. Boykin, he's going to let go of it, trying the end zone. Is that the sure-handed Lance Rowland? Check that out. Give Lance Rowland and the Eagles 6 with 11 seconds to go.
Let me just tell you real quick. What an unbelievable pass by Boykin, and has destroyed the emotion of Trinity. He let that ball go, and it dropped right into the corner of the end zone, and a unbelievable catch. Coach, look at the stands at Jackson Christian. Kids have gone nuts. Unbelievable.
Lance rolling, and remember what I called him, sure hands. We saw this happen in the game that doesn't count at Columbia, remember, right at the end of the first half. We've seen him do it before, and a young man that sometimes does not get enough credit for what he does.
Well, you should go for 2 here.
But Gage Boykin needs to be given kudos. He threw the pass, and the big man can throw it through a brick wall if he has to. DeMoss in. We send the receivers to the left of the formation. Here's Boykin trying for 2. He's got an angle. Does he have it? Yes. DeMoss with the grab. Or is that Banky? Let's check it out. I think it was, well, we'll see. I can't get him to turn around so I can see his number. Oh, that's Mosley.
That's Mosley.
Mosley comes up big. What a catch. What a play. Mosley.
Well, that's what I'm telling. That's what championship caliber ball teams do. I mean, to get the lead taken from you with 50 seconds left in the ball game, and not only do you go down and get yourself in position to kick a field goal, you score a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Now you're back to a 7-point lead, and I'm telling you, I don't care where the wind's blowing. This is squibbed. I may kick it out of bounds.
Dave, you and I need to go into coaching football.
I think so. I'm going to kick this ball out of bounds and let them put it in play at the 35-yard line. And at that point, they got 11 seconds to score.
And we're going to get a penalty on the play.
I tell you, they're still going to have to.
Oh, wow, the big one.
Oh, yeah, it's 15 yards unsportsmanlike as a celebration. But, I mean, what do you expect?
Well, but with Waller's catching ability, why do this now?
Oh, you don't kick it. You don't give them a chance to do anything. Let them have the ball at the 50.
Return ability.
Yeah.
Wherever they spot the football down, he runs the slant or the post, and we're going to have to defend it better than we've defended it.
And I'll promise you, there'd be 3 people on the line.
I think I'm going to give my players a couple of dollars and go to the concession stand with Braden Waller.
Yeah. Well, there's no question.
And don't forget now, Weiser can catch the football, and Cooper Vales. And Delk, you don't see him do it. Interesting, a positional up-in-the-air kick. They didn't call for the timeout, the fair catch, and don't tackle him out of bounds. Keep the young man in bounds.
Well, it's a kick, so you got 5 seconds.
Yeah.
You may have one play that you can get a little bit closer before you throw the ball. I do know that he's got the arm to get it there, but right now you're going to have about 4 people with their
quick out. And I'm going to put one man right about the 10-yard line.
Well,
I think that's me coaching. And remember, I'm an offensive guy.
I'm going to tell you, defensively, I've got 3. I've got 4 of my defensive backs all standing on the 10.
Yeah.
You can have anything you want in front of me.
Yep. But we've got to tackle.
Yeah.
Lock up. Take the slant and the post away.
Well, you scoot your linebackers back to the 30. You scoot everybody else back to the 10. You rush 3. And you make them do something absolutely crazy in order to get that ball into the end zone.
And Jalen Mosley needs to be on, and here we are coaching. Darby's done a better job than we have, folks, tonight.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's got you a 49-42 lead. TCA has lost a game at the end of the game, 36-35, I believe it was, to Adamsville.
Whew.
So
here we go.
They're used to this. And we've got a man about now he's dropping back. Butler's just going to crank the javelin up, throw it up in the air. Mosley's got a beat on. Mosley's got it. He's going to go down at the 22, which is the wisest thing. And I will tell you what has happened. In a real white knuckler, a Pepto-Bismol game. Jackson Christian 49, the TCA Lions 42. We're going to take a quick timeout and get some Pepto-Bismol.
At McCoy's Heating and Air, we realize there are more than enough things to worry about on a day-to-day basis. With our new 10-year all-inclusive package, your home comfort doesn't have to be one of them. For one low monthly payment, you can purchase a brand new York unit with full maintenance and repair coverage for 10 years with approved credit. No hassle, no stress, just complete coverage for your comfort and convenience. Contact McCoy's Heating and Air at 731-668-7492 or visit airmccoy.com to schedule your free new AC estimate today.
Pub City Deli is honored to sponsor Jackson Christian Athletics. Gourmet chef Peter Thomas invites you in for a totally new experience in craft sandwiches, wraps, and salads. The homemade hoagies are baked fresh. A big favorite is Pete's Brisket Hoagie with brisket, smoked Texas style. The Hub City Burger is a Jackson favorite. The salads are always fresh and unique. Hub City Deli is open for breakfast as well. Located on Pleasant Plains Extended, just down the road from Jackson Christian.
You are watching the Jackson Christian School broadcast on their Facebook and several other sources. Brought to you by Worthy Road Studios and the BallGame Blitz. Some fine sponsors like pregame sponsor Great American Sports. They're going to bring you the postgame replay. A sponsor, Mitchell's Body Shop, Corner Logos, Jackson State Community College, Dynamics Physical Therapy, Jones Chevrolet, and the Blacksmith Restaurant. We've just had our Maylocks moment, and I'm going to turn it over to the greatest color man, even better than the NFL guys, Dave Wade.
Well, I'll tell you what, one of the best high school football games I have seen in a long, long time. Both teams played well, and it's one of those games that you say it's a shame somebody had to lose, but that's the reason why they keep score. And in the end, Trinity goes in to score the go-ahead or goes to score the tying touchdown, and then the extra point gives them a 1-point lead at 51 seconds to go, and without a blink.
And, of course,
blink, Jackson Christian's offense just comes out, churns their way down to what we thought was just trying to get into field goal range.
Yeah.
And what does Boykin do? He drops a dime in the backside of the end zone, touchdown, most unbelievable way to end the ball game. Extra point, we go for 2, get it up by 7. And, I mean, I'm telling you, what a great way and a great show of character. And this is why you do all of the things that you do in practice. But what I like about this, Coach, is the never give up attitude. And I know something bad just happened, but we can make up for it.
Absolutely. Line did a great job on the offensive end there. I wished I had checked to see which we do rotate some young men in and out, but they did a great job on those last 2 plays that we had. Gage Boykin with the nerves of steel. I would have hated it to have been for me to be in there. Gage, you did a much better job than I would have done quarterbacking. He throws the bomb and sure hands. The man with, I think he's got Gorilla Glue on his hands, Lance rolling, and then Boykin and Mosley hook up for a great 2-point conversion. And
which was big.
Oh, it was really big. Yeah, because all they had to do, if we don't make that, all they got to do is score.
Yeah.
They're back ahead.
They're back ahead. But, you know, and I'm going to be real honest with you. When the ball left Boykin's hand, I was like, oh, what are you doing? You're throwing it deep down in there. Don't intercept it. But he saw what I didn't see. He saw his receiver had snuck in behind that defensive back. And you know what? What a great play call by the coaching staff, because you know Trinity was in the mode of they're going to try to hit something across the middle or something along the lines to get in field goal range. But instead, the shot to the end zone, and Coach, he threw that ball into the wind.
Yes, he did. Great job, Boykin, Rowland, Mosley, all you linemen. And you saw that both teams have prayed, and TCA still in their prayer circle. Jackson Christian does it a little differently. It's fun when you can see 2 good Christian teams play with football with each other and then see the sportsmanship after the game. We'll get Greg Armour over here in a moment, and let's take a time out, and we'll come back with more on the Worthy Road Jackson Christian Network.
This is how we Friday night. How do you Friday night?
This is how we Friday night.
This is how we Friday night.
This is how we Friday night.
No matter how you Friday night, you always win at Kaufman's.
Championship DNA. That's what you find at Jones Chevrolet at Three-Way. A full line of new Chevrolets plus West Tennessee's largest used car inventory. State-of-the-art service work and pre-approved auto loans online at JonesChevroletHumboldt.com. Shop with a winner. Jones Chevrolet at Three-Way.
Downtown is thriving and the Blacksmith Restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
Home furnishings, appliances, bedding, and so much more. Kaufman's at the Bypass and Oil Well Road in Jackson. Furnishings for every room in your home. Custom upholstery options too. And our fully stocked warehouse helps prevent supply chain delays. Kaufman's, for your life.
At Alive Hydration Drip Spa, we offer top-of-the-line IV nutritional therapy, which has a wide variety of health benefits. From immune system boosters and skin care, fatigue, energy, and even hangover relief, you can be sure we have an IV blend that's right for you. All of our blends are administered by one of our experienced nurses in a spa setting to ensure you leave feeling re-energized and refreshed. Give us a call or visit our website to book your appointment today. We have what it takes to make you feel alive again at Alive Hydration Drip Spa.
The most important benefit when you buy from Jones Chevrolet at Three-Way? Peace of mind. Jones Chevrolet's Warranty Forever comes with every qualifying new and pre-owned vehicle. Powertrain coverage for as long as you own your vehicle. Find out more at Jones Chevrolet in Three-Way.
This is how we Friday night. How do you Friday night?
This is how we Friday night.
This is how we Friday night.
This is how we Friday night.
No matter how you Friday night, you always win at Kaufman's.
We realize you have a busy lifestyle, and at the Bank of Jackson, we're here to help you fulfill all of your financial needs, personal and business loans, mortgages, online banking and bill pay, and so much more. Serving the Jackson area for 25 years. The Bank of Jackson, your down-home community bank. You belong here. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
Buying a car is all about you. In person, over the phone, or online, we make it simple and easy. Our place or yours, no matter where you live. LonnieCobbFord.com or Lonnie Cobb Ford in Henderson, where cars really are cheaper in the country.
Home furnishings, appliances, bedding, and so much more. Kaufman's at the Bypass and Oil Well Road in Jackson. Furnishings for every room in your home. Custom upholstery options too. And our fully stocked warehouse helps prevent supply chain delays. Kaufman's, for your life.
King Jewelers is not your typical run-of-the-mill jewelry store. Grover is a certified jeweler with 35 years experience. This isn't just a jewelry store. It's an iconic symbol of love. How far would you go for love? King Jewelers, 16B Conrad Drive, Jackson.
And welcome back to Trinity Christian Academy, where Jackson Christian has defeated Trinity Christian in unbelievable style as they take over possession down by 1 at their own 20-yard line with 50 seconds left, 50-plus seconds left. They march the ball down the field to the 35, 37-yard line, and instead of moving into field goal position, Boykin throws a strike into the corner of the end zone. The two-point conversion is good, and the final score, 49-42, Jackson Christian defeats Trinity Christian. Greg Armour's with us now with all the stats of a game that looked like it was more on a tarmac than it was a football field because they went up and down. So take it away.
All right, thank you, Dave. All right, for Jackson Christian, first downs, 23 in the passing department. Gage Boykin, 17 attempts, 12 completions, 183 yards, and 2 touchdowns. In the rushing department, we rushed 36 times for 380 yards. Cam Boyd had 23 carries for 268 yards. Jay Mosley had 9 for 114. DeMoss had 3 for 7. And Cam had 3 touchdowns, and Jay had 1. Leading receivers, I don't have that. Well, anyway.
Everybody.
Lance caught that last one for 32 yards, and Daniel Green caught one for 11, and Jay had 5 in the first half for 75, and he had a couple of more in the second half, so he had about 95 yards. And for TCA, they had 22 first downs. They passed the ball 23 times, completing 18 for 191 yards and 2 interceptions. They rushed the ball 48 times for 224 yards. Leading rusher was Tompkins. He had a little bit over 120 yards, roughly.
Well, and you know, as you get ready to go to the other side, you know, what an unbelievable job by the offense. What an unbelievable job by the coaching staff on the play calling and being able to see what was going on out there. And just absolutely the thing that impresses me is throughout the whole thing, they were extremely cool, calm, and collected, and they believed in what they were doing.
That pass to Lance in the corner of the end zone, 33 yards.
Wow. You know, and I mean, most times kids and high school athletes like that, with Trinity to take the lead with just seconds remaining in the ball game, would have panicked or would have pouted. Not this team.
And then the 2-point conversion by Jay.
Well, that sealed it right there because at that point, a touchdown doesn't beat you. They got to score, kick the extra point just to get to OT. And a great job on the kickoff right there to kick it short. Don't give them a chance to return it. And what an unbelievable job of putting your defensive backs back there at making that big-time interception on the last play of the ball game.
I'll tell you, Zach Sixco had 2 clutch field goals tonight, and he put it in the end zone, 1, 2, 3, 4, almost 5 times. It was at the 1-yard line a couple of times. So, you know.
And you know, we talked about it as we were at the half. You know, we chose to defend the scoreboard, which means that we were against the win in that fourth quarter. And so I was thinking that possibly we needed to get the ball to at least the 25 or the 20 to get a really, really good attempt into this breeze as the flag that we saw is picked up and the wind was picking up going south to north. So a 35-yard field goal would have pretty much been exactly like about a 40 to 42-yarder because of the wind. But needless to say, there was a dime dropped, an absolute missile shot that dropped right into the wind and dropped right into the corner of the end zone to preserve a big-time victory that pretty much, without a mistake next week, gives us second place.
Second place, that's correct.
So we're going to go into it, and you know, I've watched this team. We've taken nobody light this year. Fayette Academy comes in, and we will end the season at Jackson Christian regular season.
Right.
But if we can take care of that game, then we get another game at Jackson Christian at least, possibly 2, and we'll roll on through that point. Greg, we really appreciate everything you do. I know tonight it was just about getting 2 or 3 leads on that pencil sharpener. But, man, it just don't get no better than this. So we'll tell you as we're going to take our last break of the night, Jackson Christian scores with about 12 seconds left in the ball game to win and defeat Trinity Christian Academy 49-42. We'll be right back to talk about more.
At Lonnie Cobb Ford, we now give you a warranty for life on the engine and transmission. That's right, a warranty for life at no cost to you. Unlimited time, unlimited mileage, but it's only at Lonnie Cobb Ford in Henderson, where cars really are cheaper in the country.
We offer live webcasting for families. It kind of came out of when so many warriors were going overseas to war. We have learned to offer families more choices, that we want to serve our families well and serve our families better. At Arrington Funeral Directors, we accept all pre-arranged funerals. So you may have pre-arranged your funeral in this town with another funeral home or even in another state, but we accept all pre-arranged funerals because we're here to serve families.
Serving the Jackson area for over 20 years. Carlock Nissan and Carlock Prestige, the name you can count on. Carlock Automotive, Van Drive, Jackson. The name you can count on. Carlock Automotive, Van Drive, Jackson.
King Jewelers is not your typical run-of-the-mill jewelry store. Grover is a certified jeweler with 35 years experience. This isn't just a jewelry store. It's an iconic symbol of love. How far would you go for love? King Jewelers, 16B Conrad Drive, Jackson.
The name you can count on. Carlock Automotive, Van Drive, Jackson.
Hub City Deli is honored to sponsor Jackson Christian Athletics. Gourmet chef Peter Thomas invites you in for a totally new experience in craft sandwiches, wraps, and salads. The homemade hoagies are baked fresh. A big favorite is Pete's Brisket Hoagie with brisket, smoked Texas style. The Hub City Burger is a Jackson favorite. The salads are always fresh and unique. Hub City Deli is open for breakfast as well. Located on Pleasant Plains Extended, just down the road from Jackson Christian.
Hey, this is Chuck Walker with Southeastern Termite and Pest Control. If you live in West Tennessee, you have a need for the services we offer. We treat for all types of pests, including bed bugs, brown recluse spiders, and other hard-to-treat pests. You don't have to spend thousands and thousands of dollars to encapsulate a crawl space. Give us a call to hear how to achieve the same thing and save thousands. Southeastern Termite and Pest Control can handle all of your termite and pest control needs, wood fungus and moisture barriers, real estate closing letters, and so much more. Southeastern, 731-660-1052.
At McCoy's Heating and Air, we realize there are more than enough things to worry about on a day-to-day basis. With our new 10-year all-inclusive package, your home comfort doesn't have to be one of them. For one low monthly payment, you can purchase a brand new York unit with full maintenance and repair coverage for 10 years with approved credit. No hassle, no stress, just complete coverage for your comfort and convenience. Contact McCoy's Heating and Air at 731-668-7492 or visit airmccoy.com to schedule your free new AC estimate today.
We are back here. Dave Wade, Coach Joe Holloway, Gary Lockhart, Chris Allen. What a good job of camera work he did tonight. And we've told you about some of our sponsors. I'm going to hit them and apologize for my mic there for a second. See if we can get it adjusted in there. Some of the other people that helped bring this contest to you: Thompson and Smith Insurance, who sponsor the scoreboard, Tennessee National Guard, Aloha Pools, Southeastern Termite and Pest Control, Elite Dental, McCoy's Heating and Air, Hub City Deli, Alive Hydration and Spa, Lifeline Services, Kaufman's Furniture, Arrington Funeral Directors, the Bank of Jackson, King Jewelers, Lonnie Cobb Ford, Nest Realty, Snookums Restaurant, Lifestyle Vision. Dave, I get to host the Eagles show, Jackson Christian Eagles show, on Tuesday nights. Who's player of the game? Is it the team?
Yeah, it's got to be. I mean, you know, you could turn around and give it to Cam, okay, and that would be absolutely perfect. But then you got Boykin, you know, who controlled the offense, and I mean, then you've got the offensive line that made it a. It's a team win. They did, and they got stronger, and they started to push Trinity around a little bit. Now, I'm not saying Trinity pushed us around a little bit too.
They did.
This game was absolutely played to the fullest extent. There was 2 mistakes made. There was a fumble and an interception. I'm not counting the one at the end because that was just a Hail Mary, and those type of things happen. But the 2 mistakes each team capitalized, but special teams came into it. Yeah. The 2 field goals that we got, especially the one big one at the end of the game, end of the half, gave us that lead where they were coming after us, and they had to get there. And all of a sudden, it just became a war of attrition. And I'm extremely proud of Jackson Christian for the way that they didn't panic. They believed in what was going on. They knew that they could do it. They did exactly what they'd been doing the whole game, breaking off chunks of yardage to get down. And then right about the time they had the defense thinking that they were trying to get in field goal range, what does Coach Darby do? Bang, right over his head into the corner of the end zone, drops a dime. Victory, and what a way to do it going into the last game of the season.
And actually, the rifleman is what we call him in basketball, but he was the rifleman throwing the football tonight, Gage Boykin. 2 big throws at the end of the game. But every play contributed. Cooper Banke may not have caught a lot of passes today, but give the little man, he ran his routes well, he blocked well, he drew attention. Mosley and Boyd are always going to use their speed, but they stepped it up another level.
Yeah,
and I'm just proud of all of them.
I am too. And Collins with the big interception that gave us the ability to turn it around. And, hats off. We've got to say it. Hats off to the coaching staff. What a selection of play calls, and to be able to know what the defense was given and be able to do the things that needed to be done. They did a great job. I mean, hats off to Coach Butler. Did the same thing. This right here is what high school football is all about. 2 rivalries going at it. And for those, when we went to commercial, after both teams broke their prayer huddles, they were meeting together and friends, patting each other on the back. I know Trinity Christian is heartbroken, but at the end of the day, Jackson Christian came out on top of a game that could have very easily been lost simply because, they scored. We ain't got but 50 seconds left.
In theory, we should be very happy. We're supposed to finish second. We still have to and may not have to. I don't know who Fayette Academy played tonight, and we would have to check their results and see what happened with that. But we would have the tiebreaker if it comes to us and TCA. And you get to play at home at least twice and stand a very good chance of playing at home 3 times, and it helps because we're undefeated at home this year.
Well, and we came out healthy. We didn't have anybody go down for any length of time. May have been a little bruise, a little bit of cramp, but we'll heal up and we get to go back home and play our final game and get ready.
Absolutely. We've already told you we couldn't pick a player of the game. It's a team win. I want to thank, and I know you do too, TCA.
Yes.
We're in the booth. It's a nice booth. I want to thank their administration. I want to thank Dexter Williams, the athletic director. And shame on me, I've forgotten the young lady that's their athletic secretary. And I'm going to compliment Blake Butler. He sent me one of the best starting lineup charts. You only got to see the one that was where I was trying it out. He's got one with colors on it and stuff. It would have made it so easy. The one that we printed from what he sent is good. But Blake, hats off to you and your team and the coaches, your players. And the same thing at our school. Our administration, Chase McLean, sometimes we don't give Chase enough credit. Greg Armour, you know how much and how valuable he is. Our whole coaching staff, and I'll buy every one of them a bottle of Pepto-Bismol. They did a great job. The kids that's in Chase's class that actually help out, they make one of our spotting charts, and it's a darn good one.
Yes.
And the administration, the coaches over at Jackson Christian School, the players, and you had a good Christian football game tonight, and both teams have something to be proud of. And as you said, TCA would have liked to have won, just like we would have hated to have lost. But a good ball game. It'll be on Worthy Road Studios Facebook page. Just type it in, and you'll get a great game right there. You'll watch it more than once. And I'm not sure, Gary, do you know how quick Paul will have this one up, or are you putting it up? It'll be uploaded tonight, so you ought to be able to see it. And, again, we want to thank all those people. Remind you, this is a copyrighted broadcast. And we're going to have to interview Chris one of these days on air.
I think so,
too. If he can hear us or not, but he's got a nice smile out there. He does a great job, camera. My main man, my right-hand man, Gary Lockhart. And, Gary, we'll see everybody Tuesday night over at Hub City Deli. And I'm hoarse, folks, and it was a great day. Appreciate the extra effort you gave to cover sometimes when I got hoarse. And, of course, Greg did his thing. But Darby Palmer and his staff, you gentlemen, I know you can't do it, but you deserve a rest after tonight's game. They will be breaking film down when they go home. They won't be sleeping. And great job. Mind you, this is a copyrighted broadcast, that any rebroadcast, retransmission, or further use of this contest without the express written consent of Worthy Road Studios is very much prohibited. And I'm emphasizing that. Because some people don't understand the copyright laws and things like that.
Prohibited.
And express written consent, thanks to the crew that worked with us tonight. You'll see their great names up on the thing. David Wade, always pleasurable. Bill Hamilton, thank you for stepping in for David Wade, and I'm blessed with two guys that they know their stuff. I'm going to say thanks for your time this time. Till next time, good night all.